What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm here with my co-host and boy JohnnyKpicks and my other boy Tyler from 138 MMA. How you dudes doing tonight?
Great,
fantastic. Ooh,
hell yeah!
Super pumped for this sketchy ass betting card. Let's go.
Super sketchy.
Let's go.
It's I actually like my bets too. It's super sketchy. I like this late card, man. Like when was the last time we got to do one of these shows at 5:30, 5:40 at night?
I don't even remember. Not even a pay-per-view. We usually do it earlier than this.
Yep, like 4 at the latest. So yeah, man, I'm pumped for this. I like my 5 bets that I got in. I'm kind of mad I got priced out of one, the Costa under 2.5, because when I got it up, I paid 190. I was already mad about that because I was at 165. Now it was 210. I'm just like,
oh, okay. Yeah, it was like minus 225 on my. I actually put that in a parlay because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I almost cashed out of my Song Yudong because now I gotta, because if I put every time I put a parlay in, something's got to fall off. So Nascimento fell off my Song Yudong.
I was confident in that one.
Parlay, oh dude, yeah. And
I lost 2 bets on that stupid fight.
Oh, on the Nascimento one.
Yeah, on that falling out, 2 of them gone.
Yeah, and it's every week. It's just it's every single week in a couple fights, and it just sucks. Like, when was it? Last week I had Azamat and then my Costa. So I had Azamat, I'll bet on him, and then I had the Costa under, and both them fell off. So now I got to find 2 more bets.
Yeah, I had Costa. I was gonna bet Roundtree that fight, but didn't do it.
Johnny already being awesome. Look at that guy in the chat.
I know the guy's amazing,
dude. We haven't even really said anything yet. John's down there being a fucking.
He already threw a donation. Hey, John. Yeah. John, let us know if you got time, Johnny. If you want to hop on, we had a guest. That's why we're a little late. We had a guest that had to cancel. If you want to hop on and break down some fights with it, John, let us know, man. Let me know, and I'll send you the link. Hit us in the comments.
Yep.
I'll send
if you want to do it a different night, we got to get you on one.
Yeah, if you want to make it a prepared one, I know this, last minute, we got you, bro. But just because you're always on here supporting,
always keeping the lights on.
Always keep the lights are on because of John. So appreciate that. Let's say Yippee Ki-Yay, one of the most positive dudes out here, man. Love this dude. He said, time's running out, folks. Place those last minute bets with the sharpest insights from Blood Money MMA and JohnnyKpicks.
And 138 MMA.
You got 138 in here.
Anything like last week, I ain't sharp at all, but I think this week's gonna be way better.
Dude, last
week was insane, dude. Nobody did well. Nobody did well.
If we're going to be like 100% honest, this is probably like one of the toughest years I've bet MMA in a long time. And I'm up fucking like 30 units. And I feel like that's a bad year for me. But then I think about it and I'm like, this is a tough year. And it's not really because like there's been some crazy stuff, but they're giving us shit cards, bro, all the time. So we're sitting here making stuff. I mean, and I don't mind it, but I'm saying it makes it tougher. But still killing it. You know what I mean?
I think the worse the card, the better it is for me because I don't know anything about the fighters coming in or like a lot less. So I have to spend way more time to really diving in. So I think I do better on those cards.
See, it takes me forever fucking diving in on these pay-per-views because when I get 2 dudes that are known veterans and then they're fighting,
that's harder for me.
Fights and I need to go watch all. But I like what you're saying too, Tyler, because that's fun when you got 2 dudes that ain't been in the UFC or 2 females, and then a lot of times it's just like with Contender Series. If you really go checking them, you can usually be like, this dude's going to beat the shit out of this one, even if it's the underdog, like these little Peruvian dudes and shit, Ecuadorians that they just keep sleeping on and they come in and just beat these other dudes down. But yeah, I like the little cards too, man, a lot. I think today, dude, I felt great last week.
I felt bad I told everybody last week it was a sketchy card, and I got wrecked accordingly. So
I felt great. Even with the Gastelum and Benny Dariush, if Horth would have just won that split decision, I would have came out like plus 3.5 units. But it is what it is, man.
But she didn't.
I did cash on Sean Brady, so that was like one of the picks that's happening. Everybody said Gastelum.
I was pretty confident.
You knew it. You didn't think it was going to go down like that, though, did you?
No, I definitely thought even in my video, I said all he has to do is get Gastelum's back against the cage one time, and he's going to get him to the mat. And that's what he did.
Yeah, but
to do backs up. You
but you just
tape, brother.
But like I'm saying to like do it the whole fight where Gastelum didn't even have one moment, and the whole fight was crazy. It's so weird. Like he should have just stayed at 185. I guess is just use his speed because he looked terrible. But good thing for Brady. I like Brady.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it in our last show, Cody. Welterweight's it's crazy. They're so talented. They're so athletic. Like it's crazy if you're moving up to it or down to it. You better be just as good as like a top 15 guy because you're gonna get crushed. And I think that's what happened to Gastelum. We're so used to seeing him again in the middleweight division. He probably had a speed advantage,
Yeah, he
and
did.
they're not as athletic as the welterweights
Ain't
are.
no
And look what happened.
wrestlers. Ain't no wrestlers, but still,
There you
even
go.
I mean, but yeah, man. But shout out to Bray. Dude, that was the card of the beatdowns, dude. Misha Tate throwing beatdowns, Figueiredo throwing beatdowns, fucking Brady throwing
making me look like a fool.
Armand's was a knockout, but it wasn't like a beatdown. Like them other ones were like 3-round beatdowns. I mean, even Bobby Green, Jesus Christ. I just watched that thing again. What the
so
fuck?
bad. So bad.
What the
dude.
fuck? Dude, like when when I watched it, I'm like, holy shit, that dude. But then when I just seen a thing today, and I'm like, I thought it was done, and he threw fucking like 6 more punches after I remembered in my head like they stopped it, but he actually just, bro, that was crazy.
It was bad, man. It was bad.
Yeah. AJ said, "Is this the TikTok guy, Tyler?" Or
you talking about Mr. Plus Money?
No, the
MMA parlay.
Yeah, he had to fall off. Is he big on TikTok? I imagine he's
I don't know
big
if he might be because he's on Instagram.
That's our dude. We'll get him on a show. He just had something come up tonight, but he's a great dude. And he's got good takes on MMA and stuff. So that's why I've been seeing him. I'm like, man, let's get him on the show. But we gave him so short notice, and we had a couple people pull out. So, but yeah, man. Appreciate you coming out, AJ. Get Rhythm says, hi guys. No big money plays for me this card. Just fun prop sprinkle. Suodari round 3 sub 101-1 takes the cake. Yay. Sheesh.
Awesome.
And I mean, if what's his nuts gas is out, I mean he gets sub, not knocked out. So usually let's see. We got Connor says, no clue what to expect today, boys. Keep the bets low. All my bets are low except the Song Yadong one, which is turned into 360 to win like 105. But I didn't feel like cashing it out and adding anything.
I don't have a crazy bet. I'm not super confident in. Most of my bets are like under 1.5 units. I don't have a big confident play or single bet or anything, to be honest.
Yeah. Vigorish said, all right, fellas, here to get convinced on some Shannon Ross over 1.5 action. You're in the right spot. John Newquist says Ross loves to be KO'd. I mean,
he does.
I think it's his kink, guys. I don't know.
It's debatable though. Like
the one was a body shot. He likes to be knocked out.
Rodriguez hit him with the body shots though. So, but what's his nuts just got it. He got him with the Khabib coming over top on Connor.
Knockout to knockout, Cody.
Yeah,
gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen today.
His body is glass and his chin is glass.
Korean grappler with leg kicks? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. It's Carlos.
What's gonna happen, Cody, when this happens? When he gets a knockout? Ooh. When Park gets a knockout? When Park knocks out Ross, what's gonna happen? What are you gonna be? Are you gonna be sitting down and you'll be like, well,
as long as it's over,
we're right. John was right.
As long as you still owe me a shoey because you were so right about.
You still owe me a shoey.
At least I did a shot of bourbon, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do a shot of beer for you. How about
the
that?
Medibles? I gave you the Medibles. You didn't get on the Medibles. And he said, but no,
I'd be wild, man.
I don't think this dude can knock him out. Though. But Carlos said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Get hitting with the Drake. What's up, Carlos? Everybody check out CJ UFC picks too. Putting out great picks every single week on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Dev with MMA. Man, dude, I keep clicking on this and it's getting dark. I don't understand. What's up, Dev? He said, don't fade Jesus, never. Everybody check out Dev the dude, MMA Jesus 420 on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, man. He puts out good stuff. John said, amen. Derek Izzy, what's up? He said, y'all are becoming a second family for me since we spend so much time together. And, we consider it the same. I've already met and hung out with Derek twice. So,
yep, me too.
You're my boy. So, appreciate you coming out, always supporting. Got the algorithm this week, only predicted one finish on the whole card. So, we'll see what goes on there.
Hope it's the one I got. I think I saw it. Was it Suodari? I think that's what it was.
Was it that fight? I might have to remember. I seen it earlier.
Which I'm cool with. I'll take it. I got the fight doesn't go.
Fight does, yeah. That's a good positive. It should. I mean, that's usually how it goes for Sue, anyways. Why you guys late? Whose fault is it? That's all we want to know. It's ours. It's like a community.
A little bit of everything.
Back there talking.
But I will always say Cody though.
But Bunny Hunter, man, we appreciate you coming out every single week, like staple of the show, man. I hope you're on Anthony Smith tonight. That's all I'm saying, man. So I hope.
I am.
DC Dave, Johnny K, still in hair and makeup. Exactly.
Go ahead on.
Exactly.
Look at his new hat.
Maybe make it.
It's like the Bellator one. Yeah, that's the Bellator one.
We went to Bellator. I got to get a hat. So
that was a good idea because it's pretty much like that was your only shot. They're gone now. Now they're just giving them all to the like starving kids in Africa when they, like they do with the Super Bowl loser shirts.
Yeah, I should have took one of those when they did that then. Instead of paying money.
They should have kept the Bellator name.
I should have waited till the end and be like, hey, can I just have one of these?
Just have one. I think you have to throw these away.
You're not going to be around anymore.
Yeah, 40. They're like, yeah, dude, nobody fucking wants these. They throw him like 3 of them. He's wearing one. He spent 40 on. I'm like, oh, shit, Johnny. Let's see. BC Dave, Tapology Group 926. You guys want to get in the Killers Group? I got to put my lineup in.
Always does. Last minute.
Put it in here in a second. Yeah, man, Tapology Group 926. If you guys want to put in your picks with all the killers in the game and see how you stack up, go to that. BC Dave will let you in. You got to just ask for an invite, right?
Yep. That's
I'm
it.
not sure. I can't even remember how I did it, but I know you go on
you just start an account. You request to be
in the group,
added to the group, and then he'll add you.
Yep. BC Dave is our dude. So appreciate you coming out every single week, BC Dave. Dev laughing. Okay. Shoot, man. I'm way behind. Johnny K getting this. Yeah, let's see. Let's ride. What up, Adam, man? Appreciate you coming out, dude. Cody getting his balls out of the wife's purse. Now that you seen them big old giant ones, man. At that up. You see, dude. So what are you gonna do when Shannon Ross don't get knocked out? That's the real question. Sucker.
He's gonna lose, so it doesn't matter.
Ain't no way. Good night, guys. Let's cash today. Late event for us Europeans. What's up, Dennis, man? We really appreciate you coming out, spending a little time with us on a late night. Yeah, man. I bet this has to be what, like 3 or 4 or 5, 4 in the morning or something crazy like that.
I would say right now it's probably around midnight for them.
Okay. Papa Chuck in the house. What's up, my Ohio boy, man? What is up, Papa Chuck? I hope you're doing good. Hope you win some bets tonight. Let us know what picks you got, man. Time to defend my units. You know Dev's going to defend them for sure, and that's what you got to do. What is up, Y House Straw? How you doing, man? Yeah, man. I hope you're having a good Saturday night, getting ready for these fights, doing everything good. This was from the dono earlier, man. We really appreciate that, John. Like we said, you're here every single week, keeping the lights on. Great dude, and great picks. He said, "Who is your favorite dog tonight?" Anthony Smith for me.
I say Anthony Smith personally because I got a bet on him.
Definitely Anthony Smith. I'm also biased. He's like he lives like 2 blocks over that way.
That's true.
I'm super biased.
Yeah, I don't mind him. I don't mind. See, Scott Lawson said, "Let's get a Cody in 138." Miller Light guy. Hope stuff gets better for you.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming out, Scott. Let's get.
I love it, Miller Light guy. Hope you get better, man.
Miller Light K picks, baby. Sue Best Dog. We appreciate you coming out though, Scott, bringing the jokes. Let's go. Nate said, I bet Roundtree last week.
I was going to.
Terrible line. Or unless you got to he started like plus 200.
Oh, so. Well, I bet him against, I was going to anyways against Azamat.
We'll get
so
you
he was plus money.
Job. Yeah. Let's get this money.
Well, I didn't bet him like last week though.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Unlucky Chart said, "Let's get this money. We're gonna definitely get it. We appreciate you coming out." Paul said, "Hey boys, hope you go great tonight, man. I hope you do too. We're all gonna hit big, Paul. I appreciate you coming out. God shining on what they're seeing the light coming in." Dixon said, "Cody, the certified Shannon Ross whisper. He's my Mike Breeden, bro. He's my Mike Breeden. You guys keep giving these free. They keep giving these road to UFC guys. The only one that deserved any respect was Jette Saragi, and I told everybody that on the show. Gave it to the Patreon, all that. Tyler knew. He picked Jette too.
Called first round knockout. That's what
they was all laughing at me on the show, Tyler. They were laughing at me.
They were laughing at you? Man.
Yeah, they were like, Alexander. They were like, dude, he knocks out Jose Aldo on the regular. They just said this dude just does everything. Said,
it's like they just didn't watch the tape, you know?
Jette's bro, that dude hits so hard with both legs and both feet. Like, he's a problem for anybody that can't wrestle. That ain't going to wrestle him.
And even if in his takedown defense, although it's not great technically, he's explosive enough. If he can be the one to initiate. Like if you start shooting and he initiates force forward, he can head you off with those strong hips. So it's like he doesn't have good technical defense, but he can stop a takedown.
Not only that, but he's at 155 fighting a big 155er, and then he went back down to 145. But Nate Brown said helps to not have bias and preconceived ideas about a fighter. That's the thing. Like when I go in, if I would have had if you go in with preconceived notions and all this about everything, you're not going to take the risk. Like Mike Breeden, you would just go, well, Jubilee's just going to knock him out or whatever. But you got to go watch and see who's knocking him out. Like there's different, just because, like if you watch a guy get out wrestled and dominated by Khabib, and then he's going to fight another decent wrestler, that doesn't mean like this next guy is going to do the same thing to Jared Gooden or whoever, because that guy ain't Khabib. It's just different. But
yeah, I'm biased anytime my guy Dover fights. So like I'm always regardless.
You see who he's fighting?
Yeah, I actually knew about that before it was announced.
Cool.
So.
Okay, Carlos. Yeah,
I wasn't tell anybody though.
Moicano.
Oh, yeah, fighting Moicano.
Oh, that'd be a good fight.
Knock him out in February.
Yeah,
I like it.
It'll be good. February 3rd. What
That's
is
the bet.
up, Eric?
Dover knockout.
KO. Yeah, it's happened to Moicano.
You and Dale, man.
Best 3 in the game. Let's go. Eric, we appreciate you coming out. That's my dude, man. Appreciate you coming out, and I hope that you hit big tonight, Eric. Sorry, I keep burping. M the Great. He said, "What up, blood? Johnny K 138. Let's fuck the bookies today." Exactly. No Vaseline either. No Vaseline. That's how we roll.
Vaseline.
That's how we roll, right, guys?
Vaseline.
No Vaseline, baby, none. All right, Volkan. He said, "Yo, guys, what do you think of Hack Press, Wana, Santos? I think that's risque. Both of them.
I think they make a weird.
I like it.
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
I like it. I think it wins, man.
Fighting kids. I picked Hack Press and Edgar, but I'm not really confident like in either. I like the Edgar fight, especially to go under, especially since she missed the weight. But
I think Santos gets it done.
Yeah. Let's see. BC CJ. Let's see. Odd Smoker Steve in the house. He said, "Let's get it. Hope everybody enjoys the fights and makes some money. Let's go, Steve. Everybody go follow Odd Smoker MMA on YouTube. Go to Instagram, follow him, and Odd Smoker Steve on Twitter, man. He's a great dude, always putting out positive, good stuff, man, and kind of people I like to talk to.
He was on the show last weekend, and it was awesome.
We met him down there in Nashville too, man. Great dude.
Yes,
so appreciate you coming out as always, Steve. Yep. Let's see, Nate. Brian Battle made smooth transition down to middleweight. He did, but he didn't come right in it. Well, when he did, he fought Fakardinov and got fucked up. But then now that he's getting like to build himself in, he's gonna.
That's what I'm gonna say. He hasn't fought the top like 15 guys yet, but yeah, he has made it better.
Even like Kevin Holland, he came down and we thought he's gonna be a big middleweight, and then he's got beat a couple times there. Wonder Boy. That's a good point, though.
He's too small for middleweight. I think he was a better welterweight. But
let's see. Never watched Bobby Back. That Bobby Back too brutal. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Even and like you can kind of tell that even Jalen Turner knew he's knocked out, but he didn't like pull back on any of the punches.
You can.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Yeah, you can. Unfortunately, even if you have respect for him and everything, you know what I mean.
My coach would yell at me if I was ever like being nice to my opponent. He was always like, he's like, your job is to kill this man, and if the referee doesn't pull you off, that's his fault, not yours. All right, you said it, coach.
Dude, that's how I used to feel in wrestling. Dude, like bad, like and then people's parents would be there, and you're just fucking beating them with the earth and shit, slamming them off the mat, and you're just like, dude, yeah, our team was mean, bro. We had a good team. We had a good like I think our Papa Chuck's in here. He knows about Clyde, dude. In the 90s, we probably won this team state championship like maybe 5 or 6 years out of the 10, like state team championship.
Damn.
That's good.
And we were little school, 5,000 people in our city, but I mean, we were like Division 3, but 4. My fiance, real fights. My fiance is ignoring my calls. Couldn't be happier about it. Let's go. Hello, Tyler, you the man. Yep. We had real fight picks on last week, dude. He had a great show. Can't wait to get him on next year. Always in here supporting too. Yule 1v9. He said the man 138. Let's go. I like that profile pic, man. Paul Shannon-Ross doesn't have the durability to fight at flyweight, and that's a very bad thing. Yeah, depends who he's fighting. He's fighting some killers though, man. Like
flyweight's a tough division.
Salvador, that dude had 14 wins, 13 KO. Cletson Rodriguez, KO machine. Well, the other dude, that was just a lucky punch.
Hey,
what do you guys think about Anthony?
In his career. Watch out.
We got Anthony. Let's see. My land, what is up? He said, love from Chicago, my dog Milan. My bad. He said, keep grinding and let's try to hit them today, boys. Let's get them, dude. Everybody's got to get back for last week. I know a lot of us got to get back for last week. So
I think only 2 people. I look at Brian's spreadsheets or whatever. I sent me a spread. I think the only 2 people that did well was Craig Allen from Fight Night Picks and DFS by the Numbers. I think they're the only 2 that did well, if I'm not mistaken.
I went 6-6.
There might have been somebody else. But.
I had the worst night of picks. I didn't die in my bets, but I had the worst night of picks like my career. Like everything just went like a lot of the opposite way. I've had a worse card than that one.
I've never had a worse card.
That was
although it was coming off of like one of my best weeks. So like just the 2 weeks like together, I still was up between the 2, but like not by much, man. It killed it.
That's how I won 5.3 units the week before, lost 2.2, and then you would think I never won a week in my life. Every bet I put up, everybody's like, "You fucking suck, Cody." You
awesome,
dude. Heard that? Everybody. I had like half the people on my Patreon just cancel after that.
It'd be like that sometimes. But they'll come back. But like as long as like that's what about my Patreon, the way I see it is if you come and support for one time, I fucking appreciate you because you know what I mean? That's but it does be like that. But I do.
It's actually all lose into one losing week though, you know.
But you get back. You have 3-4 in a row. Be back.
Nate we'll win Brown, this week and next week we'll kill it.
Yeah, next week's gonna be huge. These 4 weeks.
5 money lines.
Nice. Yeah, I got 4 of my bets.
After tonight,
2
I'm gonna have at least 2 bets. I'll tell you that. I always like to wait a little bit. I don't know why. I don't like to bet too far out. I feel like it jinxes it, and then like that fight goes away.
What the fuck? Well, you just keep betting. You bet after weigh-ins the night before. That's when I need you. Nate, man, appreciate the dono. He said, I think we need to see subs and a couple TKOs tonight. Definitely. Here's AJ said, what's up, my guys? Dick's inside. Oh, wait, here, I missed one too. I had that up, but didn't say it. Our dude, Zach, what is up? He said, love Blood Money MMA, one of the nicest dudes on YouTube. Let's go, man.
Much nicer.
Debatable.
I want to be.
Johnny and I have the exact opposite response. I'm like, okay, he's so nice. Johnny's like, no.
You do not know Blood Money. I know Blood Money.
I can't. I mean, I like to talk fights. I just can't argue online. I'll be getting mad at home and it's hot and stuff. So I won't do it. But I do. I mean, I want everybody to be nice because in real life, I don't like
trying to start fights at Bellator. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like being around mean
people.
People.
Fights in my comments, but nobody ever does. It sucks, man.
No.
Get that shit to blow up.
Cody, tell me how I can win one of your fighter cards. I got these. I got all them cards. You just got to be able to join up on Underdog Fantasy. That's how you get in a thing. Let's see. Palm Atlantic's here, just made it, but I appreciate you trying, Dixon. Let me know if you can get it in your area. Underdog Fantasy will be around everywhere soon. Me and Johnny got some big news coming up too, man. Everybody's gonna love it. Giant news. So
we'll have to do it at the beginning of the year.
Maybe. You guys are gonna be on ESPN, you're saying?
I hope that'll be the best.
This is the first step. All right. We got to start this though. I'm gonna go through these. But yeah, we better start it because we got a lot of people. We got 88 people here. Everybody appreciate 89 people now. Everybody appreciate you guys coming out.
Hit the like button.
We're gonna give you the best bets, best jokes, best everything. Smash that like button for us though, man. We really, really, really appreciate that. UFC Vegas 83, man. Only 11 fights, so luckily we got a little bull crapping out of the way. But first fight of the night is gonna be Hayami dos Santos versus Talita Alankar. And Tyler, we'll let you start this one, man.
Okay, yeah. I'm glad you did. So this is a good one. Both of them are typically going to be grapplers as their primary weapon, right? But for Alankar, obviously, she's pretty much solely a grappler, right? So for Hayami dos Santos, she's got the striking edge in this matchup by a pretty good margin. So I got to lean her because if you watched her fight with Jillian DeCourcy, she was able to put a high volume of strikes, stay with that high volume of strikes throughout the entire fight. She was able to keep up in the grappling. I think Dos Santos is the better pick just because she has a better, well-rounded skill set. I think she's good enough on the ground. Although in the first round, Alankar is going to be very dangerous. Something I want to point out, though, those people that were on the Patreon when I was talking about that particular Invicta card, Hayami dos Santos was a pretty sizable underdog to Jillian DeCourcy, and I told everybody to bet her. We cashed on it because we're phenomenal and we pick Invicta like 100% rate. I'm not even kidding about that. But yeah, Dos Santos should be able to get this one done just based on the volume on the feet. because I think Alencar's offense doesn't really start till hits the mat.
Nice. I like it. I like it. What was the line on Dos Santos and Jillian?
I believe we got her at like plus
nice.
200, maybe not
She
quite. It was like close to
too.
plus 200.
She looked good the whole fight too.
Yeah, she slaughtered. It might have been 240. This was a while back, but it was a good odds because I had 3 underdogs on that card. They were the only 3 bets I placed. One was plus 170, one was plus 175, and one was plus 240. But I can't remember which was which.
Okay.
But
Johnny, who you like on this fight?
Yeah, I'm on the same side as Tyler here. I like Dos Santos here. I think she is the better striker, like you said. I'm not saying she's an amazing striker, though, but she does have the better striking, and it's clear she does have the better striking. Grappling, you can maybe give it to Alencar, maybe a slight edge, but Dos Santos has good grappling, too. So, to me, if this fight stays on the feet, I think Dos Santos wins this fight all day. If it gets to the mat, maybe sketchy in the beginning, but I think as the fight goes on as well, I do favor the youth. I think she's got more MMA experience. Alencar does have a lot of grappling experiences and grappling matches, but it's not MMA. It's different. So I think I'm going to think all the signs point towards Dos Santos here, other than the line being like, if it was an underdog for Dos Santos, then everything would be great. But it's not even that bad of a price if you want to throw her in like some little parlay, which I did. I'm going to do it. I think she gets this one done. I'm going to say by decision, but it wouldn't be shocked if it's maybe like a late 3rd round finish, because I know Alencar did start slowing down in her first fight in Dana White Contender Series, but it was short notice. So we'll see how it looks after round 1, her cardio. But I do think Dos Santos gets this one done.
I did throw a couple of bucks on her on 3rd round TKO. I saw that on Couch Warriors.
There you go.
He convinced me, and I was like, all right, let's go.
I like that. I like the 3rd round finish.
Yeah. I like Alencar here, man. I don't think that. I mean, that Hayani Dos Santos, like she's okay, like everywhere. But she's like an atom weight, like she's small.
Both atom weights.
Yeah, but I think
they're both small. And actually, Dos Santos
Alencar seems thick though, like thick, and I think that she's gonna have better wrestling, and I think that she's gonna have better jiu-jitsu, and I think that girl that she fought on the Contender Series would beat the shit out of Hayani Dos Santos. I think that Lucinda girl is gonna be a beast. She's like 5'6", was huge. Her striking's phenomenal. Decent grappling. It's just that Alencar has really good grappling. And I think that her wrestling and grappling is going to be, and she came in on short notice. That's why she died so much in the 3rd round. But she was fighting a way bigger girl. She's fighting a girl that was 5'6". That's probably 130 pounds in that fight, where she's fighting a girl now that's 5'2", her size. You know what I mean? So I think I like her single legs. I like the wrestling she has. I like her jiu-jitsu's like, it's not like barely better. Her jiu-jitsu is going to be a lot better than this girl. This girl's like a fucking world champion jiu-jitsu player. Like there's difference in the black belts. Like you even seen it, like Calvin Gastelum, black belt, 10th planet black belt. What happened there? Like there's levels to it when you got somebody that's actually like a kind, like we watched fucking Sean Brady beat Greg, what is his name? Greg Jones or what is his name?
Craig Jones?
Craig Jones. I said Craig Jones. So, like, I mean, there's difference in competition and then actual just like MMA, BJJ. So I think Alencar has the wrestling, and I think she has the jiu-jitsu to take at least 2 rounds and then easily survive the 3rd. Like I said, I think that the girl that she had a draw with on the Contender Series on short notice is actually going to be really good in the UFC. I think she's one of them big athletic Brazilian girls that's going to beat the shit out of a lot of girls. So give me Alencar, man. I think she's actually pretty decent. Full camp, she looked in really good shape, and I think that she has a clear path to victory. Like just getting some takedowns, holding this girl down, maybe even getting the sub. So, but I didn't get to bet it. I did want to bet it. I told my Patreon, put her in there as a top 11 bet. So, but I like that. But we'll see. You guys said you bet on it 3rd round or something like that?
I threw like $2 on it because it was like plus 2,200 or something.
Okay,
so it was like
got a money line bet.
If it hits, I'm eating a nice lunch on Monday.
You think she's a better finisher than that other girl, than Luciano?
Yeah. Luciano didn't have a killer instinct to her. She didn't try to kill her. She was being nice.
So what happens when you're nice? You lose.
Hayani Dos Santos has killer in her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Corsi was just really tough. So when she fought her, the Corsi's tough as nails. I mean, she was the champion going in. So I mean,
yeah. And
then also you got to take into account Dos Santos. Her fight when she was still Hayani Amanda, her fight was against Denise Gomes on the Contender Series, and she went to a decision that like she didn't just look like a total can't. So
right. Yeah.
Gomes is good, even though she lost to Angela Hill. She's still pretty good.
I mean, we could bring up the amateur record, Cody, if you want.
She got beat up the whole fight, though. Gomes like beat her up the whole fight. Gomes was just chasing around doing spinning fucking.
Yeah, but Gomes
kicks.
is
and Dos Santos Amanda was just running around, getting back up, getting beat up. Though I mean, it's not like she ever had a moment. But I just don't think she's all that great. Like she's not. Well, it's not like she's.
What do you think? Alencar is all that great?
I think she's great at jiu-jitsu.
Do you think she's the next Chelsea?
I think she has a clearer path to victory.
Chelsea Chandler? That's what it is.
Oh, geez. And this isn't that kind of a matchup, Johnny. It's not like that.
That's
Chelsea Chandler's terrible, and I will die.
Is she like Dontel Mays or fucking Jordan Levitt or any of the other bums?
Hey, who's still in the UFC?
Let's see. I don't think Mays is still in there after his last fight.
I didn't see a cut watch.
I didn't see him get cut either, but he probably should be. Mays is terrible.
He will. Let's see. All right, boys. You know my thing's gonna be out of order, but it shouldn't be too bad out. Women's bantamweight: Stephanie Edgar versus Wana Santos. Johnny, you can start this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like Santos. I know she missed weight by a pretty decent amount, but normally that would sway me and scare me. But lately, people missing weight have been winning. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I do think Santos wins this fight. I like her striking again. I think she's the better striker of the two. I think Santos's grappling is just as good as Edgar's. And Edgar sometimes makes mistakes on the mat, and she can get submitted. So if this fight does get to the mat, it's not like it's going to be Edgar all day and domination. I don't think that's going to happen. So I know Edgar is strong in the clinch, and she can get those takedowns with her judo. But that kind of gives me a little red flag, too, because, I mean, it works better in women's MMA, if you want to say, but I don't personally like the judo only takedowns. To me, I don't know. It's weird. Well, I like Santos here. I think she's just a little bit more well-rounded and younger as well. I'm going with the youth, and I think she gets this one done. I'm going to say this fight doesn't go to decision. I think someone gets a finish no matter what. So the under 2.5 would be the play that I would look at, but I think Santos gets it done by submission, let's say.
Okay. All right. Tyler, who do you got in this one?
For the most part, I agree with Johnny on that. The couple things I would add. I don't think Santos tried to make weight based on how much she missed by. I think she wanted to get the advantage of, I'm going to be bigger. I'm not going to spend time cutting the weight. I'm going to cut just enough to make it so she'll accept the fight still and have a big advantage. And I think that was what she was going for. I'm more confident in Santos now than I was before. Before it was like I still wouldn't bet her as a favorite. But I think she wins. I have her in one of my DraftKings lineups, I think. But that's more for her volume on the feet, whereas Edgar has like zero output on the feet.
Zero volume.
Yeah, like none. Like she doesn't ever throw anything. And if she does, it's just like a one-off shot. So I do think Santos is better. I think in the grappling, it's fairly close. So, and especially with the weight miss, I think she's going to be obviously bigger because she weighs more. But then also I don't think she's going to tire as quickly with that. So Santos is my pick.
All right. Yeah. I'm going with Edgar here, man. It's very weird. Like Santos, I don't know why she took this fight at 135. She's 125, or she's fought 125 her whole career. Now she takes this fight, must have been on short notice or something, right? And then she can't even make one. So. Like, can't even make 135.
I mean, it could be what Tyler said. Maybe she's like, you know what? I want to be bigger. I want to be a little bit stronger, harder to take down. One of those things.
I feel like she knows she's probably going to. Though, if you're used to fighting at 125, then you come in at 139. Like you can't even make something.
I think earlier on she did fight at bantamweight, but not too much. Maybe a couple.
I don't think she did.
No, she always fought at flyweight.
I'll look real quick.
This fight doesn't even make sense.
Also, too, I mean, maybe it's that time throwing it out there.
So I'm saying there's something, but it's like this is just a weird fight because like you come in, you fought flyweight your whole career, you get a good win at flyweight. Like why jump up and fight at 135? And even if you get a win over Edgar at 135, it's not fully going to really help your career a ton. But then like you're fighting a girl that's going to be bigger than you. Even if you came in 4 pounds overweight, I guarantee that Edgar walks around at more heavier than that girl. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it said that they were supposed to be like the same height, but Edgar looked a little bigger. In the small cage, man, like this fight's these girls are gonna go at it from the opening second. That's how Edgar, she pushes a crazy pace, either in the striking, where she's trying to throw a couple strikes to get it into the grappling, where I think she's gonna have the better judo. I think she's gonna be the bigger, stronger lady that's been doing everything longer. Because I think Santos owned like a blue belt or something like that in jiu-jitsu. I was watching one of the fights, and I think it was Nogueira talking one of her earlier fights, because she fights in what the hell was the one promotion where Nogueira and them announced
LFA?
it. Was that one? It might be the LFA one. But yeah, man, this fight don't make no sense to me. And I just think that Edgar is going to be like a little bigger, a little stronger. They're both judo black belts. I think Edgar's going to have better jiu-jitsu though. And then she goes for the finish. Like Edgar is very aggressive on top. In the one fight that Santos lost, you seen her get taken down a little later in the fight. She looked like she slowed down. And that girl she fought though and has lost to is pretty tough. She's like a wrestler, grappler girl too. But I just think Edgar is going to be the bigger girl. I think that these girls are going to grapple. I think it's going to look a lot like that Aline Perez fight where they grapple. They're going to go back and forth until one girl tires out. And Edgar's usually pretty good in them if she don't get subbed early by like Boina Silva or freaking Russian
Arena.
Yeah. So like, and I bet the fight doesn't go to decision. I think these girls are going to go at it. I think the 4 pounds missing by Santos doesn't help. I think they're going to be grappling and one of them's going to get tired or just grab a submission. We've seen Edgar get finished. We've seen her finish girls. Her last 6 of her last 7 fights have finished inside the distance. All of them finished under 2.5 rounds. I should have bet the under 2.5 to get the plus 125, but I planned on betting the under 2.5 at minus 120, and the line switched so much that I could get to decision at minus 105. I'll just take that. Why be greedy? But I do think it finished. Santos, 4 of her 7 fights have finished inside the distance, so they're both finishers. They can get it done. Small cage, they're going to go at it. I actually love this as a fight to finish. And I got Edgar. I think that Edgar is just going to be too big. It's going to be like she was with Aline Perez, who we seen's pretty good. You know what I mean? Perez is pretty good. And Edgar was able to outdog her there a little bit. So we'll see, though. We'll see.
Yeah, Santos has
better striking. That's for sure.
Yeah.
By far.
But I was going to say Santos' first 3 fights in her pro career and also amateur, she fought at 135.
That's where she usually fought. I don't know why she would go
early, but her last 3 fights in the LFA and above has been at 125. So I don't know if maybe she's like, maybe I have an advantage at 125 and she didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe this fight was offered to her and she's like, I'll take it at 135. I don't care.
That's a big weight.
We don't know. We don't know.
Not make it so crazy too. Like,
yeah,
why would you?
But then again, Cody, like I said, it could be that time.
I really think she just didn't try to make it,
or she didn't try to make it. It was one of those two things.
Yeah. That's my based on the way it kind of like appeared. I mean, how do you miss it by that much and then just kind of like, hey,
yeah, well, she's like smiling, smiling, and
she's like, it's cool.
No, the craziest
she knew
thing was this had to be for the fucking camera or something because I was watching it and she got on the scale and she weighed 139.5, and they go, take your underwear and stuff off. They brought in the box. She took all her stuff off, got on. They go 139, got her back. Like, why did you do that? What did they?
Yeah, why even bother?
Why did you?
Maybe it was enough for Edgar to be like, okay.
Yeah,
or maybe actually. So
maybe the half pound was a half pound.
There is the athletic commission will sometimes say no if the weight misses too much. Like,
true.
For example, one time when I was fighting, the promoter asked me to fight at 155. I don't weigh 155 pounds. Like at all. I'm like just walking around. I'm like 144. So I weighed in with jeans, a hoodie, keys in my pocket, and boots on to weigh 153.
Just
and
so you could get mentioned.
So that way the commission wouldn't say that I couldn't do it, which was a stupid idea. I got beat up pretty bad. Like
beat somebody way bigger.
Didn't go well at all, but I did it. So like because the commission said if I didn't weigh at least 147, that they wouldn't allow it because I would be too small.
It's like a weight class. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's you did the right and the wrong thing.
Right. It was a horrible idea. I should have just said no.
The right and the wrong thing.
Rashula, man, we really appreciate this donation, man. We really, really appreciate it. I know we've been burning up a lot of time talking crap, but we're gonna get in these fights. But and another dono, he said, Tim, Elliott versus Sue, who you guys got? It's so tough for me. The short notice.
I'm going Elliott, but I'm not like super confident. If it was a full fight, I would love Elliott. I would love full fight camp.
I'm going
Elliott
Sue.
should win.
I'm going Sue only because I think that he can like survive a round and a half with Elliott, and I think Elliott gets really tired.
Man, are you in Dirty Regiment talking about these underdogs? You've been on underdogs,
but I'm not going to bet it. And I will say I don't feel no confidence in that because Tim Elliott should win full camp, he wins. But he's like literally like freaking 6 days notice. He looked like he was in pretty good shape though. So
135 too. He didn't have to cut anything.
Yeah,
basically.
He's been training with Lucas Brennan too, so his grappling better be good. That guy's
top
really
notch. Top notch. All them Brennans, dude.
Fan of my channel as well, so I like him there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the house. Jimmy Rivera said, let's make some money tonight. Let's get it. I
Let's
better
go.
make some money. We're gonna make some money, Norashi.
Yes,
Tonight is
sir.
the night. Juicy Q said, ladies on the rag can't shed the water. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. All right. Next fight. Song Kanan versus Kevin Jette. I'm gonna start this one off. I got Kanan Song in this fight, man. I think that he's got more experience. I think that he's got better striking. I think that he's faster. I think that he hits harder than Jette, and I think he can keep this fight standing the whole time. So I think that Bedoya was a harder fight than Jette is. I think Bedoya throws a lot more volume, had really good leg kicks, just like Jette, but he's throwing with both legs. He's a lot faster, was durable, was getting in the pocket, dude. And then he just did that until he couldn't no more because he kept doing it. And then saw him cracking him. And then you see by the end of the fight, Bedoya was way less wanting to just get in the pocket and throw them punches and keep throwing like little leg kicks and stuff. But I watched Jette fight a bunch, and I don't think he's all that great. Like, it's not that he's bad, but I just don't think he's great. Like his last fight, dude, you cannot take anything from that because Kiefer Crosby doesn't even want to fight. I don't even know if he even cared. He threw some big punches, took some leg kicks, and then let him choke him out in 10 seconds. But before that, like just like in 2022, 7 of 2022. So like what, a year and 5 months ago, he got beat by a dude that's 7-3 now, or he was 6-2. Now the guy's 7-3 on the Australian regional scene. And then he had a decision majority win over this dude that was a Iranian wrestler that was 8-5 who barely even wrestled him. The dude was hitting him with big shots. He barely got that win, and that was just like 2 years ago. Like he's fighting guys on the regional scene in Australia and stuff, and struggling with some of them, like going back and forth and stuff. And I don't really see where he's better. I don't think he comes in. I don't think his judo's that great, or his jiu-jitsu where he's going to come in and just take Song Kanan down and just beat him up. And then we seen Song Kanan has good striking, man. He has good leg kicks himself. He has really good power. You've seen him drop Ian Gary. You've seen him drop Bedoya 2-3 times. Jette walks in like this, standing straight up, right? And he throws his punches, and he throws his little leg kick, and he gets hit, and he takes durability. The only person that stopped him was Jack Della, and he took some big shots from him, and he stopped him from a cut. But like, he's so hittable, dude. And I think Song Kanan can like take advantage of it. I think he hits hard enough, and I just think he's durable enough with this dude. I don't think Jette, he's got a bunch of 5-round fights, man. I don't think that this dude's as dangerous as he thinks from that Kiefer Crosby fight. So give me Song Kanan, and I think he wins either a decision or actually gets Jette out of there because he's too hittable and he stands too straight up. So give me Song Kanan. I got him at plus 155. Johnny, who you got?
Well, I'll tell you this. Initially, I wanted to pick Song, but like I dove in a little bit of tape, and like I know Song has the experience and he has the power. He's a good striker, this and that, but he's not like his takedown defense sucks. Like, and Josette's a little bit bigger. I'm not saying he's the greatest. He's a little well-rounded, and I'm not judging him by the Crosby fight either because Crosby's awful, but I think he has the tools. Let's put it that way. I think he can get this win by decision. I'm not saying he's gonna be able to knock out or submit Song, but I think he has the right tools to win this fight, just enough to like, just push him up against the cage. He's gonna be a little bit bigger. He might get some takedowns, wear out Song a little bit, wear out his power early on, and then this fight's gonna go to decision. That's why I like the over 2.5 in this fight, actually, but I don't blame anybody picking Song here. I actually like the plus 3.5 spread for Song. I think Song can win 1 round. I think that's a good bet at minus 130 range. But my pick is Jette, or however you want to say it, Jose, but I'm not super confident whatsoever.
Shouldn't be. Tyler, who you got, man?
So this one's close because there's probably 3 big factors going into this. First off, I do have Kanan Song in one of my DraftKings lineups, but I still think Jette wins. The reason I think that, what I think is going to happen, I think the first round, both guys are going to come out. Jette is going to do that crap where he walks forward like an idiot, and he's going to get caught. He's going to get dropped or like even just put to a knee. And then what I think is going to happen then is he's going to say, oh, that was stupid. And when he goes back to the corner, because he's durable, his coach is going to say, hey, don't be stupid. Go push this guy against the cage for the next 2 rounds. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to hold him against the cage. He's just going to like play it safe, do what he has to do to win the minutes in rounds 2 and 3. But I think that knockdown in the first round is enough for me to put an underdog in my DraftKings lineups. I don't have a bet on either guy, but I think Jette is probably going to get the win, but I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think Kanan's going to look pretty good. And I think somebody mentioned in the comments that Song Kanan is 0-2 in the UFC fights inside the United States. Right there. Yep. Or 0-2.
Winless in the USA and 0-2 against City Kickboxing.
If this fight was in Shanghai, he would have the home field advantage, right? And I think that would help him a lot. Oh, True. Hey, there we go. Start some fights in my comments, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It helps the algorithm, right? But yeah, so I do think that because this got moved to Vegas, although neither guy's in like their home territory, for whatever reason, Song Kanan just doesn't seem to perform well in the United States, like here. So I'm gonna take Jose, I think that's how you say it, but super not confident. Yeah. DraftKings side, you got to play the Kanan side as an underdog, as just kind of like a throw him out there if you're into that. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at too, man.
The French kickboxer from New Zealand.
Judo.
French judo.
He's got darn good judo.
I don't know.
Which I think great. I don't like
that
judo.
much in the regional scene though. Like I didn't see. I mean, I seen like decent takedown defense, but I didn't see too many times where he used it offensively just to hold dudes down and like beat him up, choke him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna hold him up against a cage, and Song is gonna be a little bit smaller, like just height and reach and
Song thick.
I mean,
with all that experience, man.
He's got power in his hands, but
you guys see just that walk like this though, right? He goes.
Well, he can't do that. Right here. There's always that opportunity to where he has the opportunity to get knocked out in first round.
Hey, everybody! Shout out to my dude. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. In my brain, it's Cody Danka, right? Does that sound right?
I'd just say Dank.
Yeah. I don't. But appreciate you coming out. Everybody, check out, man. He puts out good stuff on Twitter. Check out his account on Twitter under that same name, and he puts out good stuff. Shows on YouTube, man, puts out good breakdowns, all kinds of stuff, does contests and stuff. We'll get him on the show too sometimes. But,
yeah.
Shout out coming out and hanging out on the show tonight. Narashi said he'll start some fights for 138. That's funny. Kiwi Bruce had a diabetic, asthmatic hand. Ian Gary on skates. Yeah, not a hard thing to do. Oh yeah, but that's what we're hearing. It seems like he's going around getting knocked out at all the camps he goes to. But I took Ross at plus 460. Could not dead. That you made the right.
Cody, can you be legit right now? Do you have a bet? Do you have a fun bet on Ross?
Me.
Be real. I'm
pissed that I forgot to put one in at the casino, but serious? I may get on the line. No, I didn't. I got that over 1.5. But I do, dude. Listen.
I could have swore you were going to have one.
I swear to God, with all the shit that I do, all the tape study, everything I do, if anybody gets a knockout in this fight, it's Shannon Ross. If anybody gets a KO in this fight, he dropped Steve Urseg. Steve Urseg's got a chin. He fucking dropped Steve Urseg. Then they got in this big firefight and he got dropped. But the Korean dude doesn't do that. He gets punched in the face. I've only seen him get dropped. I've seen get dropped 3 or 4 times. I think 4 times because he got dropped by both Muay Thai fighters, and I think that the last dude dropped him like twice. I've never seen him drop him. But don't get me started, man. Get me started right here, Jen.
We haven't got to the fight yet, Coach.
I know we're about to though. Yeah, I hope he's not that good. I expect to be judged, but Park, it is. Yeah, oh, there we go. Look at it, man. This is gonna be a good week. Kevin has never won a fight in the US either.
Has he fought in the?
I don't think he ever fought there.
There you go.
Not, but that's a big thing, man. Rocking with Ross too. Everybody, man, it's the smart thing to do. Kevin has never even fought. Oh, dang, some thunder out there. Jette stands tall, upright, and eats shots to his chin flush, and just isn't that experience. He's tough enough to take Song's best. Is he tough enough? If so, he'll probably win. If not, he'll probably lose. And dude, Song was taking some nice shots from Bedoya. Like he kind of lost that first round, and then just came back and started hitting him harder. I think he can do that. I think Song hits hard enough that dude's too hittable. Let's see. The split with the old dude was enough for me to take Keenan. Yeah, 40-year-old split. The 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Was that amateurs or?
That was regional Australia, which is kind of like America. Would be like American amateurs, No, actually, they got tough ass dudes in Australia. I'm just talking shit.
I'm talking shit too.
Kevin will take him down. I don't know. Has that been a
I
way
think he can get him down.
He's never been subbed. Or maybe
just
had
the
one
control.
Sub.
Just the control. It's going to be a dirty decision.
Rob the bookies tonight, blood. MMA Badger knows what's up. Everybody check out MMA Badger too, man. On this is Cody Dang. Okay, got you. But everybody check out MMA Badger on Twitter too. He puts out good stuff and he's always supporting people and he's a good dude. So
yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Antoine Willis, what is up? He said, "What's up, boys? Hope you're having a good day. I know it's an MMA show, but how do you all feel about the $700 million? What, did he get traded or sign a contract?
No, he signed a contract to the Dodgers for 10 years, $700 million.
He left the
and
Angels
that is
or whatever?
insane.
I don't even know who that is or what that is. So
Didn't he just get hurt though? Didn't he get hurt this year last year?
Yeah, I think he had Tommy John, so he's going to be out for a little bit or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
his cars are worth so much money. I remember the same thing happened to that when I was a kid. Not even a kid. When in like 2001, when the first card that was like $100,000 at Steven Strasburg, that pitcher, remember it? And then he blew his arm out right afterwards. But yeah, that dude's good, man.
Yeah,
Ross gonna do a breeding.
Show is the best player in the major leagues right now.
If Ross doesn't, yeah, for sure. That dude's amazing. I've never seen anybody.
Because he can pitch. He can pitch. He can hit.
Ross by KO to save his career. See, everybody's in here knowing what's up. Yep. Ross could go for the title, man. He took a couple bad breaks. He came in fighting some tough people. You know what I mean? He's got one last run in him, dude. If you've seen the shots he took from Salvador, and he still went over 1.5.
We're not even on this fight.
Next fight.
What are we even talking about?
Next fight: Tatsuro Tyra versus Carlos Hernandez. We're gonna let Tyler start this. Fight of the night. We're gonna let Tyler.
3 beers in, Cody. Like I'm already getting a little testy. You're like pushing that button. You're like John, but
be right.
All right, Tyra. He gets it done. Probably first round submission. I think he's going to take him down. I think he's going to sub him. I understand everybody wants to pick Carlos here because they're like, oh yeah, Tyra was hit by Shirez and it dropped him or whatever, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but then what did he do after that? He dominated him the rest of the fight. So I think Tyra's going to do that. I think he's going to learn like, oh, hey, I probably shouldn't get hit like that. And then he's probably going to make the appropriate adjustments in his career. Probably going to get the takedown early in the fight, get the finish early in the fight. I think he's going to be the far better grappler. I could be wrong, but yeah, I feel pretty good about that.
Okay. All right. Johnny, who you got, brother?
Yeah, I'm on the Tatsuro Tyra side as well. Maybe not as confident, but I'm pretty confident he gets this one done. I think Carlos Hernandez isn't bad. I think he's well-rounded. I just don't think he's dangerous anywhere. He's got decent grappling. He's got decent striking, but he doesn't have that power to get like, I know he slammed Dennis Bondar and got the knockout there, but that was like, a slam and good for him. He got the knockout. Cool. But he's not going to knock out Tyra on the feet. Tyra showed a good chin. I don't think he's going to sub Tyra because Tyra was put in some bad situations in this fights too. And he was able to be calm and get out of the guillotines and all that stuff. So I just think Tyra wins this fight, but I think it's going to be closer than some people think. I'll say I keep going back and forth. I want to say decision. I think Tyra gets this one done by decision. I think Hernandez is tough and durable. He's a Mexican. So there it is. He might get subbed, though. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about. I mean, Nascimento was able to sub him, but Nascimento's like world-class grappler. So I'm not saying Tyra is bad, but I don't know if he's up there where Nascimento is, where grappling and submission is. So I'll say, you know what? Let's go with decision. Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. I do say that Tyra is up there with Nascimento. Like maybe not as good if they just had like a straight up grab, but like he's not going to get dominated at all. Like this kid's freaking.
Yeah, I was just going with grappling alone.
Like BJJ
positionally.
Yeah, and he's going to be on top probably in that thing, but I don't know. But no, dude, yeah, like you guys said, man, Carlos Hernandez, I like him. He's tough. He's well-rounded, but he's just really not that dangerous. And it's going to be hard for him to. I mean, he comes from the boxing background, right? Like Golden Gloves boxing. And it's not like his ground game's bad. You've seen in other fights, it's not bad, but it's like you've seen, like you said, when Nascimento, when he actually was in there with a high level guy. It wasn't all that hard for Nascimento. He just tried to get up and gave up his back. But Tatsuro, dude, his striking's not that bad. His kickboxing's not too bad. It's not really where he wants to be, and he almost doesn't seem that comfortable. But then you can tell that he's like pretty technical and got decent kickboxing. But Carlos would probably, I mean, if this stayed on the feet for all 3 rounds, Carlos would probably get the win. But I just don't see it happening. And I see Tatsuro being able to hang in the striking, throwing some big head kicks and stuff like that, closing the gap. And I think he gets the takedowns. And I'm like Tyler, I think he does get that sub in that first or second round. I do think Tiara is like high level grappler. maybe he hasn't won no like world titles in it, but you can tell like his positional grappling, his scrambles, and just like how heavy he is on top, man. And then his arm bars, rear naked chokes, everything's phenomenal. So yeah, man, Carlos Hernandez, he'll win some more fights in the UFC. It's just that I don't think he wins this one. And then I hope eventually we get Tyra versus Makhachev, man. Who wins that? Makhachev, because probably maybe he's going to be the one on top with the wrestling, maybe. But I actually think that Tyra actually has better striking than Makhachev. So can't wait. We'll see that fight. Both them dudes will be about 20-0 or something.
Are we on the Park Ross fight yet?
We're about to be. Johnny always loves when he's got the minus 600. He loves when he's got.
What up, dude? You want to see my great parlay that's gonna hit?
That's next. That's the next fight. All right. The bookie man though, he said I have to be
Park. The Parks.
You look like Shannon Ross, so you might want to just.
Oh, stop.
I don't know why you got so much hate. You look like
man.
That might be your brother.
The Dev call you.
If I told everybody, hey, special guest Shannon Ross, it's
I do not look
138, Blood Money of Shannon Ross.
I do not look like Shannon Ross. That's awful.
Chill out a little bit.
Dev is high.
Say that, Johnny.
Dev is high when he told me that.
Dev's always high.
I know.
Let's go. Let's see. Tyra by sub. That's how I see it going down too. Plus 115 is a good number, man. Tyra, my favorite prospect in the division. Yeah, you're right on that, man. The bookie man said he's on Hernandez loyalty, and I don't blame him. And if you got a bet on him and that covers, hell yeah, man. Like that'd be a feather in Hernandez cap if he gets to cover that. So, and shout out, say what's up to Carlos Hernandez, man. Happy to have somebody from the gym in here. Gets to talk to these dudes on the regular. Tyra by decision. His last fight wasn't impressive. Yeah, I think Charas is really like not really good, but he's like tough and good. Like if you watch him on the Contender Series versus what was the dude he fought that's really good too?
I mean,
beat the shit out of
what's the difference between Charas and Hernandez?
Charles hits harder and he's more dangerous with submissions and stuff. Like he could actually
other than that, like they're kind of the same. So it might go to decision.
A little bit.
They're both
you know what I mean?
They have like similar styles, I guess. But I think Tyra's
I'm just throwing it out there.
It's just when you see how easily Hernandez got subbed by Nascimento, you just think that maybe Tyra can get that same in like 15 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. I didn't get the bet like the prop like that, but I do like him by sub. But it's like Carlos Hernandez. What was the other Carlos that came in? Candelario, dude. I always get them mixed up in my head because they came in at like the same time. One of them's a boxing guy, and the other one came from
who's that guy? Is it called
Candelario?
No,
Carlos Candelario.
You didn't Candelario fight Altamirano on the Contender Series? Am I right about that?
Yes, and then he came in the next fight. He fought Carlos Hernandez, and then ever since then, all my brain's been mixed up.
I'm thinking of somebody.
Men's flyweight.
Fergie Garcia. I kind of mixed them up a little bit too. Fernie. Sorry.
Yeah, Fernie. Yeah,
I'm 3 beers in. 4 coming up.
30.
Well, Fernie, water, Johnny. Your liver will thank you.
Get here, men's flyweight.
There's water in here.
125. He just does it for the show. It's just for the show. It's all entertainment. Hunsung Park minus 600. Hunsung Park 8-0. Ain't never beat nobody in his life for Shannon Ross. Johnny, I'll let you start this one. I want to hear a legit breakdown of why Hunsung Park on his skills and not just the fact that he's going to get that.
The fact that Ross has no chin. Okay, I won't say that. I promise. Well, Park's, he's a pretty solid grappler. He's got decent takedowns. I mean, his striking really isn't all that great, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. If someone can just throw a little punch and nail him on the chin, he's done. And I don't care what fighter you are. I don't care if you're a atom weight. I don't care what other fighter you are. I think Park can get this one done. It doesn't have to be by knockout. I think he can use his grappling too. But Ross, I mean, he does have good striking too, but I just can't trust his chin. He's been knocked out 3 times. I don't care if it's been by knockout guys, but his last knockout he was very out cold. Let's put it that way. I mean, that was bad. And he's coming back. I mean, it's got to be like within like 4 months. Like it's something insane. Let me look real quick. I'm looking. Sorry. Yeah, it's like 5 months. He's coming back on that crazy knockout from Jesus Aguilar. 3 knockouts in a row within all under a year and a couple months. I mean, that's not a good look. And that's someone I just can't put my pick and or bet behind. I don't care how good you are. And I brought it up on the show last time. Like Phil Hawes, like I think Phil Hawes is very good, but you can't trust his chin at all because just a slight remote, just right on the face, like could knock him out. And that's what happened in his last fight. I think that's what's gonna happen here. It doesn't matter if he has pillow hands. It doesn't matter.
With Phil Hawes, though, the only people that knocked him out were real punchers. When he fought a person that wasn't a real puncher, he beat the shit out of him.
But still, Jesus Aguilar wasn't a real puncher.
He throws heat.
I don't care, but he's not a real puncher.
He hits hard. That's all he does is just comes over the top, and then he actually
give me Park by knockout first round.
Okay, Tyler, let me hear your breakdown on this one, bro.
Okay, so yeah, I'm also taking Park, but it's so I do think Park is the better fighter. I think he's but he does have some problems, and the problem is, so he does have good striking if you let him at range, let him do his combinations. He has very clean striking. The problem is he doesn't do well with pressure. So if Ross is able to put a lot of pressure on him, he will kind of like, I don't want to say turtle up because he doesn't like to do this, but his volume drops. He gets a little more tentative, and he plays a little more defensively and starts looking for the takedowns. But I think if he does get the fight to the mat, he is a much better grappler. So I do think Park is the better grappler. Ross isn't bad on the ground, don't get me wrong, but I think Park's actually a very legitimately good grappler. Obviously, we've seen him do some sick stuff in there. But on the feet, I do think that Ross at this point is going to have it in his mind that, hey, I probably can't eat a whole lot of shots. So, I mean, just from being knocked out so bad in his last two fights, quickly too, he can't – last three, that's right. Yeah, you can't take that many shots like that and get knocked out that quickly. Two of them in under
15 months,
30 seconds.
Yeah.
So going into this fight, he's going to have that in his mind. So he's going to be worried about eating shots, and that's going to give Park the opportunity to let go with his hands, unless Ross is able just to say, screw that, I don't care if I get knocked out, and put a lot of pressure on it. I don't think that he will. I think he's going to have it in his mind, and I think that's going to help Park. So I think Park's going to get it done. I'm not as convicted as you guys are on either side, but yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest Park fan by any means, at least this Park
shouldn't be. There's not one thing of
I'm just throwing it. I mean,
okay.
Listen, you can't.
I appreciate you guys. There's not one thing of video that you can watch tape on this guy that looks good. All right. Look, the last guy he fought, Sung-Guk Choi, that guy's not really good either. Like he lost again since then. The two dudes that he beat on the road to UFC. Listen, Jeremiah Saragar, he was 6-2. Now he's 7-5. He's 5'2" with a 63-inch reach from freaking Indonesia, and he's Sarajekagi. No ground game. He was just a Muay Thai fighter, right? The next guy he fought, Tapanoini Kiram, who was 8-3 at the time.
Tapanoini Kiram, he's pretty good.
Who's now 9-6. He was on Muay Thai fighter. He's from Thailand. He's a Muay Thai fighter. He had no grappling. He knocked down Choi. He was beating the shit out of Park, and then Park took him down and subbed him because that guy had no ground game, no jiu-jitsu, and no wrestling. The guy before that, straight up Muay Thai guy. No, like they were beating the fuck out of Park standing up, and then Park would take them down and sub them because they're Muay Thai. They literally, when I tell you white belt and below is what them dudes were, right? So then when he fought the other dude who knocked him down 2 more times, Sung-Guk Choi, knocked him down 2 more times, and then the dude freaking gasses out, and then this dude chokes him out in third. It's not like this dude's some he's not Tatsuro Tyra, where he's just going out taking these dudes down, working his way and subbing them. These dudes are beating the shit out of him, and then he's getting a takedown on people that have no ground game. Like Shannon Ross has good wrestling. He's actually a grappler. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's not going to get taken down and just subbed out. He's got 1 submission loss, and that was to Steve Erceg, and Steve Erceg dropped him with the punch first and then choked him out. And Steve Erceg's a savage. He dropped Steve Erceg before that. Hung Sung Park ain't dropping Steve Erceg. He's got a decent leg kick, but he's a Korean grappler with a decent leg kick. Like he's not a striker with good grappling. He's a grappler with okay striking. Like Shannon Park actually has good striking. If you watch him strike, I like the over 1.5. Even with the shots he took against Vicenia Salvador, that dude had 14 wins with 13 KOs as a flyweight, which is fucking crazy, right? And he was hitting Shannon Ross and hurting him. His next fight, he got hit with a body shot from Klitzon Rodriguez, and I guarantee Hung Sung Park is not throwing a Klitzon Rodriguez body kick. Then his next fight, yeah, he got hit with that overhand right, but that was just because he was looking for the takedown right away. And like, hey, Jesus Aguilar, dude, throws heat. You can say what the fuck you want. That's what that dude does. He just throws big ass shots, try to get in the clinch and take you down. And if you get hit with one of them, you're gonna go down. Because Park, I don't see I watched a bunch of tape on him. I don't see where he's good anywhere. His jiu-jitsu is only good against tired out people and Muay Thai white belts. And then so like he's not going to come out here.
What about scared fighters who are scared to get hit in the chin?
Who?
This fighter coming up.
That's Shannon Raw. He's not scared to get. He's
gonna be.
He's a junkyard dog. But listen, the difference is you can't.
He is not a junkyard dog, Cody. You cannot label him a junkyard dog if he can't take a punch.
Okay, listen. How did he get in the fucking
come
UFC?
On, man.
Listen, how did he get in the UFC? How did he get a UFC contract on a loss on the Contender Series? Why?
Because Dana White knew that he was a beast. He's a stepping stone.
Because he looked good taking an ass whipping.
Hung Sung Park's on the on
the Dana White Contender Series, he looked great because he got wobbled like 4 times. He got knocked down in each round,
and he was coming back in the second round,
but he didn't win. And then all that damage got to him.
Okay, stop talking about Shannon Park. Tell me something good about Hung Sung Park. Tell me something good about him other than just Shannon Park. Like you don't. It don't.
He's got a hand and a fist. He's gonna punch him in the face. That's all. That's about it.
Minus 650 for a hand.
I ain't touching it though. I ain't touching either side.
Let's see. It doesn't make any sense. This fucking guy's not good. He's not going to be good in the UFC and he'll never be good.
You're one of the nicest people on YouTube.
I am. Except when you sit and try to piss me off on purpose, motherfucker. Jesus T-Rex, ATL. Let's see. No, I don't have a bet.
I'll love
to do my job. Oh, yeah. You can't. Yeah, no bets, man. I get why everybody is shitting Ross. I just can't help. And the line's that crazy. Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Did you watch any of it? But listen. Hold on. Did you actually watch any of Shannon Ross's tape, or did you just see the 3 KOs and go, fuck this? Because if you watch him, he's actually a dog. If you watch him in his fights in Australia, he's actually a dog.
I don't go back. I don't go that far back. Like I watched Dana White Contender Series fight again, and he was a dog then. He took those shots, but he still got knocked out eventually.
I got that 13 knockouts at flyweight. You gotta
100%, but the damage adds up.
Taylor says Park plush punches wouldn't knock out my grandmother. He ain't lying. Park only throws leg kicks. From what I was seeing, he threw some decent leg kicks. Ross or pass, Park by KO is the pick though.
I bet you his grandmother has a better chin.
That was so funny.
She's what if I probably knocked out less.
Yeah. Preach blood. Yeah, it was Park fought a midget guy on road to that dude was 5'2". Muay Thai, and that dude was fucking Park up. All these dudes, the last 3 fights that Park fight, I didn't see. He got knocked down probably 5 times in them 3 fights, and then he got the takedowns. Like I didn't see where he was. Good. Park is ass, but I think equally crazy backing Ross. But this is the way the game goes. Ross KO. I think if anybody gets KO, it's Ross. He actually has power in his hands. Mike Breeden got KO'd twice in 3 losses, beat Jubilee. So all the roses, exactly. It's just like Sakai. He got beat 3-4 times in a row, and then he fought Dante Almays, and you're like, well, everybody else beat him. I'm like, them was tied to Avasa and like actual punchers, and then he beat the shit out of Dante. Blood got me fired up for Ross. Let's go, Luke. That's what this show's about. Manoa homie Allen is all over Ross. It's tempting money line versus a road to exactly, dude. I'm telling you, Park is not going to beat anybody in the UFC. Really
Ross
love
is
how
a great play on DraftKings too, because he's like the lowest cost. So especially if you're playing your double ups, you throw him on there because if he loses, he's expected to lose, and you have a ton of salary for everybody else. But if he wins, you automatically have a win on a spot you already kind of assumed is a loss.
Where he's gonna have like 3% ownage.
Yeah, I mean, he might get a little more because he is only like 6,700 on there. So, because I've got him in like 4 double up games or something like that.
Let's go. Yeah. I used him. I'm not gonna lie for my Patreon DraftKings, man. Why not? I don't think this other guy's good at all. I didn't watch all of his tape, and I'm like, where is he good other than choking out?
He's got a fist, Cody. That's it.
Yep. Just tuning in. Is the Underdog Fantasy Card giveaway still open? When is the sign up? Is it still picking significant? Yeah. It's still up. I got the cards over here. It's the 4 cards. You just gotta. The link is at my YouTube, and it's I gotta go put it on this most recent video. But you gotta in the promo put blood money. You gotta be a new you got to start a new account on Underdog, be a first-time depositor, and then you'll get 100% bonus up to $100. You use blood money, then just take a screenshot of the deposit afterwards, where it give you your bonus and stuff. It'll come up on my my dashboard, and then I'll put you in the contest. Right now we got like 27 or 28 people, and it's not until next week. The contest will end next Saturday, and then that's when it'll be the significant strike thing. So I'm going to put a post on Twitter. Everybody that's in the contest, I'm going to have them post their significant strike thing so everybody can see it. You know what I mean? It's all legit, and go from there. Ross will last till the 3rd. I hope so. I hope he get over that first. Park is going night. Exactly. I'm telling you, man. Watch out, Pantoja's, right? He will.
Oh, now we're getting crazy.
Well, first he's going to go through Moreno.
My God,
probably get Kai France after this, but
Pantoja's going to run through everybody at flyweight. That guy's so good.
Me and
I had such a big bet on him as an underdog to a guy that he already beat twice.
Who's that?
Moreno.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I just
that was
that
free
fight.
money.
That's the dumbest thing I ever
That's
heard.
the fight of the year, right? I mean, I'm watching it last night, and I know that there's a lot of other good fights, but I'm thinking, like, how the fuck can there be one better than this? 5 rounds of just, dude, them dudes, it was
great.
That was a great fight. Bro, we're getting breathing.
He's coming in on Roy Ball right now too, which is absolutely absurd. But hey, cool.
Keep it coming, Roy Ball lovers.
Dude,
keep it coming. I'm gonna hammer.
Pantoja should be minus 350.
Yes, he should.
I would say 250. I'll be a little generous.
I bet him at minus 260 when I first saw the line. Now it's like minus 170, so I bet him again.
Xander knows what's up. So we're out here defending our units. I only got the over 1.5, but I do think it goes over 1.5. I don't think I think Park's just low output. You know what I mean, on the feet, and I'm just hoping he can't just take Ross down and choke him out. And I swear to God on my life, Johnny, all my life, I'm hoping that Shannon Ross does not knock this dude out in a round and a half. Because after you watch him drop Urseg, and I seen Park get dropped 7 times.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Telling you, Ross is the one with knockout power.
Would you be mad or happy that you were right about Shannon Ross?
Yeah, fuck Shannon Ross. I want money. Okay, I'll be pissy. I lose my bet. He better knock him out after 1.5. I love these fighters. I really do.
I'll be all right with Shannon Ross not where I want knockout. I'll win a bunch of DraftKings contests. That'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about this fight. I got no bets on this fight.
Yeah. Look at that. Tanner. Yeah. No one can tell, man. You got to defend. I watched the tape, man. That's why my mind can never be swayed, because nothing gets. What I see is I'm like, I do this. I got an hour into it. I go, all right, this is what I like, and it's going under and this. And then at the end, it's like, I can't be swayed, man. Ross moving up. He might be the flyweight and the bantamweight champ by 2025. He could be. If Pantoja's chin gets worn down a little bit, we got over 100 people liking. Smash the like button. The bookie man, what's up? He said, before I go, word on the street is Song Yadong and those guys has him with a great game plan for tonight. I was able to bet. I would bet Song by sub. Okay, and he's gonna grapple. I bet. That's a good. That's a nice little one, man. We appreciate you coming out, the bookie, man. You've been hanging out.
I like that
a ton, bro. And we really appreciate it. Ice Viking, sorry I'm late. I heard Johnny is 30 beers deep. I had to come check it out. He's on his Shannon Ross shit right now. Look at him. Just look at it.
Anti Shannon Ross.
You see, I signed up. Yeah. I got you on there, Nate. Yeah, I got you on there, bro. I really appreciate that. And like I said, I'm gonna have to go around Instagram and Twitter, but I'm gonna remind everybody. And plus, we'll be doing a live show on Saturday to come comment on the thing. Johnny
and our Thursday show.
Raw Dog becomes new champion. Oh no, Bunny Hunter. All right. Men's lightweight, Nazarat Hakbarass versus Jamie Malarkey. And Tyler, you can start this one.
Okay. So I think this one's probably gonna be a pretty back and forth fight for most of it. I gotta lean with Hakbarass. I think he's a better. I think he's gonna put more volume out. I think he's gonna have better forward pressure in this one after. I don't know, especially in the first round. I think after that initial. Exchange. I think he's going to get the better of it. And it's going to get Jamie Malarkey to say, okay, I need to try to stay out, pick my shots or whatever. And I don't think Hakbarass is going to let him. We've seen, hey, look at that. Look at that. There we go. Woo! That's what we love to see. Baby. Yeah, Pantoja's killing it. I've given it away now. I bet him it's on the Patreon. Pantoja is getting that win. That gave away
I got a little something on him.
There you go.
It's Pantoja.
I'm waiting for that line to go down even more. I'm waiting,
bro.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's already minus 170. It should be like minus 350.
Here's the biggest thing about that is when I bet Pantoja versus Royval the first time, and like I've always bet Pantoja. Pantoja is savage. I bet I've lost against Figueiredo. I lost against Askar, but like against Royval, he came out. He wrestled so hard it looked like he was gassed out in the second. I think that's what people. But then if you watch him against Moreno, he looked gassed out in the second, third, and he went 4 more hard rounds through the whole second, third, fourth, fifth. Like he doesn't slow down. Like he's never been finished. Royval's only chance to beat him. He's not better than Pantoja anywhere, and his only chance to beat Pantoja is by finish. And Pantoja is one of the most durable human beings I've ever fucking seen in my life. So like, I don't see where Royval wins this fight anywhere. That's all I got to say about that. Ricky, dude, appreciate that super chat.
He does have that like wild variance to him. So there is that. But Pantoja's going to crush him. Yes. And I like Royval. I'm a big fan of Raw Dog.
Me too. Like Me too. Everybody, you should love Royval. He's a fighter's fighter. But Pantoja is the highest order of junkyard dog there is, and he's fucking highly skilled. So you don't get better than that.
I will give you that, Cody. He is
saying all that. Shannon Ross in under 2 over Pantoja. Shannon Ross under 2. Pantoja left hook. Ricky, appreciate that super chat, man. You're literally that's freaking amazing.
All right, Tyler, go ahead. We sorry.
Hack press by decision. He's gonna outvolume him. He's gonna outpace him. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, all right. Yanni, who you got?
Yeah, I'm on the hack press side here too. I do like the volume. I think he's the better striker. Actually, he's got good enough takedown defense too. Malarkey does need to mix in wrestling here. If he doesn't, he's gonna lose this fight. I just don't. Again, I don't trust his chin too. He looks good until he doesn't. And I'm not saying Hawk Press is the best, KO guy here, but he has some knockdowns at least, so he can knock down Jamie, win around there maybe. And I think he wins, at least 29-28 decision. I don't think he'll get Malarkey out of there. I can see a knockdown, but I don't see a knockout unless it's like a late third round. Oh boy, here we go, man. Put Shannon Ross in the Hall of Fame already right now, but give me hack press by decision. If you want to be safe, do a round 3 decision prop for him. The overs are good too. I think over 1.5, over 2.5. I think they're good too. Yeah, I think hack press wins this fight. And the line's actually pretty decent. Minus 180, 185. I think that's about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with all that. With both you guys said, I got Nazarek by decision, but I'm not.
Did you know that's your first favorite that you picked?
Me? Is it
so far? Yeah.
Is it? Like I said, man, I don't even look at lines when I'm doing my. I don't want to look at Tapology, who people's picking nothing. I'm so mad I did that last week because like I kind of let lines like on Gooden and Stolfus. I let like the lines dictate what I thought was going to happen in the fights, and I hate doing that. I don't do that, and I didn't like do it purposely, but I feel like it did. Like thinking back on it, so
I had the opposite last week where I was like, "This line's too wide. I've got to play Bobby Green, and I've got to play Clay Guida."
I played Dariush like that.
And Dariush too.
R.I.P. Dariush. R.I.P. Benny. But
like
yeah,
we
with
the
you guys.
junkyard
I
dog
like
too.
this bet SK saying Malarkey plus 3.5 at minus 120. I don't mind that because I think he wins one. Dude, Nakbarass only boxes, so all his fights are really, really close. All of them. Even his last fight, every fight he has is pretty super close.
I like that.
I don't see a finish. That's a pretty good bet, SK.
You could win 1 round.
Yep. Cody said Royval is slick as fuck to watch. Yeah, Pantoja will take him down whenever he wants. Yep. On the feet, he will. But I think, and this time I think he would trust his striking a little more than the last time. Last time it looked like he just like crazy grappled.
Yeah, because I think Moreno was the better striker, like boxing, I think. But Pantoja had the edge in the grappling and the takedowns. He's super well-rounded. Well-rounded.
They said we sent the Ukraine like 15 billion and that Australia is just sending Shannon Ross. That's what to Ukraine. That's what they said. He's gonna end that thing.
First round knockout.
Yep. They said that. But if you go do deep dives,
Ukraine, I meant.
If you go do deep dives on Shannon Ross in Australia, you'll see that back in 2016 in practice when he knocked Volkanovski out twice. I've watched it, man.
Oh, you're talking now.
I've seen the video, man. Head kicks.
So you're saying Shannon Ross is really the featherweight champion right now,
and the king of Australia. So uncrowned, yes. All right, so we all got Nazareth, but there shouldn't be much confidence in him. Malarkey's not that terrible, and he fights
medium confidence. I'm not like super high. I think he gets this one done. I really, the last couple fights of Jamie Malarkey, I think he kind of lost the McDessie fight. And that's not a good look. I just don't think, I don't know, something's up here. I don't think it's there. It's just the fight IQ, and I don't know. I think Nazareth gets this one done.
Okay. Yeah, man. They said, hey, dude, if Shannon Ross starts barking in the third, he might start barking in the, as long as it's after.
Dude, he might need a bark in the first because he doesn't have the luxury to wait 2 rounds.
Telling you, man. Let's see. Rumor has it Shannon Ross has knocked out JDM in a spot. I heard that. I heard that. Dude is legit. I heard that. And JDM and Volkanovski one after another. They said he knocked out JDM. He needed a new sparring.
I hear he knocked out an elephant one time too.
Well, who's that?
He knocked out an elephant one time.
Did he?
Like, and the animal with tusks.
Yeah. Then Dan
I think Sicky MMA even said that he knocked out John Jones, but he doesn't want to say that.
Nobody would ever say that, but it happened. No way. Dude, we're gonna get some Shannon Ross shirts, dude. All right, man. This is why this show's fun. You get bets, you get jokes, you get defending units, all of that.
That's what we do.
This is an interesting fight. Men's middleweight, Andre Muniz versus Jung Young Park. I'll start this one. Dude, I've gone back and forth on this all week. Like I told Johnny before I went into tape study, I was like, I want to bet Muniz at -180. I'm like, because this line's way off. Then I go do tape study, and the main thing that I really liked about Park was like watching him fight Anthony Hernandez, and he did do pretty good about getting he got taken down a lot in the first round, and he was getting up and doing good. And then in the second round, he was getting taken down. He just kind of got caught in an anaconda, but he kept working. And Hernandez has, 100 times the gas tank of Muniz. Like, I don't think Muniz can just keep doing that. But the difference is, though, is Muniz can take you down one time and it can be over. Muniz is freaking huge, and he's going to take down Park in the first round. There's no, because he'll put 110% in. That's why he'll gas out. But dude, Park's a small middleweight, and Muniz is freaking huge. Did you guys see how much bigger he was yesterday? Like, he's definitely going to get the takedown. The thing is like after watching Park's submission defense against Rodriguez and against Hernandez, even though he got submitted against Hernandez, it's a different kind of pace, jiu-jitsu submission pace. I'm going to say that he's going to be able to survive with Muniz, on the ground, and then he's going to be able to take over because he's a fucking dog, and then he pushes that crazy pace. And then I think he's not going to rear naked choke Muniz, but maybe he can pound him out. But I don't know. I like that under 2.5. I didn't get around to betting it, but I do like it. But I do like Park, man. I just think that cardio and that he's going to be able to stay safe and not get submitted. But I stayed away from this fight because you could bet Park and Mooney, he can come out there and get submitted in the first round. Because like you seen what Muniz did to Eric Anders and stuff like that, man, where he gets your back, takes you down, and can just get these arm bars, triangles, everything out of nowhere. And I don't know how high level Park is. So give me Park, but I'm not like 100% confident. Definitely no bet. Johnny, who you got, bro?
Oh, I love Park. I love Park in this fight a ton. And if he can survive the first round, I think that's where Muniz only path to victory is the first round submission. If he survives it, live bet Park all day. I think he gets this one done, whether it's going to be by submission, decision, knockout. I like the over 1.5 as well. A lot of Park's finishes don't happen until over 1.5. I know he got one against Dennis Tululian. Might have been just under 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look real quick. Yeah, it was in the first round.
Yeah,
and a lot of his
over in that one.
A lot of his, but that's Dennis Tululian. He has no ground game. At least Muniz has a ground game. He can survive for a little bit if it's ticking down. But I think Muniz is good enough to last until like the late second, third round. I think Park does get his finish. Don't know what it is, but Park money line, love it. Over 1.5, love it. Round 3 decision for Park, love it. I think Park gets this one done. I love it. I love it. I think he's great. He's so underrated. He's very underrated. He's got very underrated boxing. He's durable, and he's a dog. He's got cardio, and he can grapple and wrestle.
His jab's crispy. He broke Dirty.
I don't care how small he is.
He broke Duriev's nose off the bat. That was the main reason why he beat him.
Hear me out. Hear me out on this. We were just talking about Kevin Gastelum, moving down. Like if Park would move down the welterweight, he would get destroyed. I will guarantee you he will get destroyed. But he's better at middleweight. That's probably why he's up there, because he knows.
He's a little middleweight too, but man, he makes some bigger ones work, dude, and gasses them out.
Exactly.
Tyler, how you see this one going down?
All right, folks, listen up. Here's the deal. I got to get this out of the way first. Eric Anders beat Jun Young Park. I don't care what anybody says.
He did.
That
I had
happened.
a bet on Jun Young Park. I had a bet on Jun Young Park.
On Jun Young Park. So
I thought Anders won
throwing
too,
it out
kinda.
there.
Anders won
I ain't gonna
that
say
fight.
anything.
When that's probably why I lost my horse bet was because they robbed him on that.
I'll just say this. I think Jun Young
Park.
Park knew that he lost that fight too.
Yeah. He didn't do much, man. He just got held up. Eric Anders is so fucking big. When he comes in shape, that dude is a monster.
Yeah.
He's a horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so on this fight, here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys some free bets off my Patreon because ain't nobody there to look at them anyway. So what's up?
Everybody go sign up to 130 MMA Patreon. Come on, guys.
He puts in the work. He puts in, man. He does know his stuff.
So anyway, I'm just screwing around. There's still some people over there. Just not like, whatever. Anyway, so what I did is I bet Muniz to win in round 1.
I like it.
And then I bet Park to win in round 2 and Park to win in round 3.
Love it.
And how it works, if any of those 3 hit, it's profit. If Park wins in round 3, it's the most profit. Now, I bet it's small. I did 0.1 unit, but it should be a win. If Park wins in round 1, I'm going to be super annoyed. And if it goes to a decision, I'll be surprised. But essentially, the way I see it is Park should probably win the fight. But Muniz is extremely dangerous in the first round. And if he can get the fight to the mat, Park's got good grappling, but he's going to have to fend off chokes and like arm bars against a guy that's got a very, very dangerous ground game and a significant reach advantage. And people forget that in the grappling, long arms and like a long reach or long limbs essentially are a big, big weapon because those guys with the long arms, they can lock up submissions so much quicker and easier than guys with short, stubby arms. Like for me, I got short, stubby little arms. Once I get you in a submission, it's very tight. But to get it there is way more difficult than somebody who has very long, lanky arms. They can lock up submissions quick. And when you have the skill to go along with that, you can make those submissions tight without having to have that that small amount of space that you have from just naturally being, short, stubby arms. Either way, Muniz is very dangerous round 1. So I bet that round 1. I didn't bet a method just in case, and it was close enough because everybody thinks he's going to give him by sub. So I think it was plus 350 for round 1, and it was like plus 400 for round 1 sub. So whatever. Then I bet Jun Young Park in round 2 at plus 400, and then plus 700 in round 3 for Park. And both of them are just no method, just they win in that round. So Park's the pick, hopefully in round 3, but either guy can win as long as they do it in the right way.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's how it gets done. Like it's round 1 Muniz or Park 2 or 3. I don't see it going decision.
Yeah, because it's tough. Like we see Muniz getting beat up, right, and subbed and shit and stuff on the ground. It's like, oh man, he's not that good. But both them 2 dudes that did that were both high level black belts. So it's a big difference. Like Park is definitely not Paul Craig. Or,
but when you're
Allen.
Well, I was gonna say if you're getting
and they're big dudes too. Like them dudes are fucking huge.
Brendan Allen is I mean that's that dude, but Paul Craig.
So I remember
they're both big dudes though, like 6'3", big ass thick dudes. Like
yeah, but talk to Park after a round and a half. Like he's gonna be gassed. It doesn't matter how big you are at that point.
Yeah. So it was Andre Muniz win over Uriah Hall that actually convinced me to bet on Brendan Allen when Muniz and Allen fought. Because he won the fight. He didn't look good doing it. And Hall was on the way out. So
true.
So Muniz does fade pretty bad after round 1.
Let's go. All right. Yeah, true that. Yeah, it's hard to, back a guy that was my final thing was that Muniz the cardio. One's a cardio king, one's not. The bookie man said if Tyra subs Carlos, I'll donate a signed card or something to Cody's giveaway. Let's go, awesome. The bookie man. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate
Let's go, Tyra.
Everybody. Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, he's not room for it.
Let's go.
Yep. Let's go, man.
Got some good juju on that. Now I have to throw some money on Tyra by sub.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have the bookie man come on and break some fights down with us sometime. He definitely knows this stuff too. Park could be great for a live bet after exactly. Is he Aguiar?
Yeah, like Jesus Aguiar.
Yeah, Aguiar. I tried to read it too quick. He said live bet Park after round 1 due to size disadvantage. You may lose it because Munoz will come off strong and get exactly. Excellent points, Izzy. Alex said late to the show tonight. Let's get that money. Better late than never, man. We appreciate you coming out, showing support, dropping the comment for the algorithm. We got a dono from Ricky Chow. What is up, Ricky? He said, think about throwing 2K on round 2 starts in the Ross fight, minus 115. What do you usually bet with? Like, what's your usual betting number? Like, that's not like a max bet, right? But I think it does. I think it hits. If you watch the other dude, Park doesn't throw punch. He doesn't throw anything.
Listen, 2K for me is a lot of money. I would not do that. That's just me.
Ricky, I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't throw 2K on that fight starts.
No.
Put 1K on that and put 1K on Anthony Smith.
There you go.
I'd rather you do Anthony Smith.
Do 1-1, baby. Do 1-1.
Okay, that's better. There you go. You'll double your money.
Let's go. I like it.
If Smith wins, then.
Dude, Park is not knocking out.
Well, what if Shannon Ross knocks out Park in the first round?
That's what I'm worried about. Oh, shoot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I've been worried about that. Hey, punch list, our dude Dale, what's up? He said, Dale's got that Ninja Turtle secret of the ooze physique. He does, dude. He really does. Like, and he's huge. And then in the turtle, Iron Turtle, he's built like Iron Turtle. You know what I mean? But he's tough.
He's a Ninja Turtle, man.
Bankroll, yeah. He said, I'd say bankroll management already bet the same line. Let's go. And I like it. That's a 1 round, dude. Flyweights. Little dudes. The Iron and his fake nut shots got submitted. Yeah, he did. By Hernandez. Iron Turtle got the great dance moves. I thoroughly enjoy the Iron Turtle. I really do. I like how he is.
I think he's underrated. I like him.
He's like Jing Lang. They're just like happy and cool dudes. I'd like to hang around. I've got the Singing in Park's Parlay. Song Yadong, Jungyoung Park, Keenan Song, Hai Sung Park. All of them but that last one. All of them but that last one, dude.
I like it, dude. You're going to hit it.
You might all but that last one. You might want to hedge with the same one with Shannon Ross. Uno's got this. AJ's on Muniz. Okay.
He gets in round 1. Cool.
Yeah. Muniz gets it done. Iron Turtle hasn't fought anybody of this caliber. That's a fact, though, on the grappling. Besides Hernandez, and he got choked out by Hernandez.
Didn't he also fight Gregory Rodriguez, too?
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
Yeah. He was on his way to winning until he wasn't.
I bet Park on that one, too. And I was in a hotel in Clyde watching that.
Rodriguez was wobbled, and then all of a sudden he threw that punch and he got wobbled himself and he died.
Got that Matt Wyman shit, dude. Who did Matt Wyman do that to and knock out back in the day when they came in? They had him hurt, or did he get knocked out by like Spencer Fisher or somebody? I thought somebody knocked his ass out like that. All right, next fight is Suodari and Tim Elliott. We'll let.
I think Albert, real quick. I think Albert Duraev win was a good win for him.
It's all right.
But he broke
better
his nose
than
first, and that helped him gas.
Better than any of Munoz's wins.
But Muniz, he's just dangerous. It's hard. It's hard. But Madarji versus Elliott. JohnnyK, who you got here?
Yeah, I'll make this one quick. On full camp, I would love Elliott in the spot. I'm still picking him though because I'm just going with logic here. I think the wrestling is going to be too much for Sue. Sue has he's live for the knockout though. I'll tell you that. This is up at bantamweight. Elliott didn't have to like struggle to get down to 125. Either guy didn't really. So I like fight doesn't go. I think one of these guys gets a finish, whether it's Elliott by sub or whether it's Sue by knockout. But I'm going to go with Elliott. I trust him more. I know it's on short notice. I don't trust him as much as I would, but I do trust him enough to win this fight.
Yeah. Yep. Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah. So Tim Elliott's media day interview scares me a little bit. I think he's probably just saying stuff just to say stuff because I feel like that's the type of guy that he is. But he was saying that he wants to go out there and strike this whole fight and doesn't want to use his grappling whatsoever because he strikes in the gym and he's getting the better guys in the gym with the striking, and that's what he wants to do. If he does that, come on, man, what are you doing? That's like the dumbest. That's the worst game plan for this fight. But I think Elliott should win. I think he's probably just kind of joking everybody right there. I don't think that's. I mean, he sounded serious, but I feel like. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna want to win the fight. And he's gonna realize that that's a stupid idea. He's also a dirty fighter. I like that. He does what he needs to do to win. Mm-hmm. I think Tim Elliott's probably gonna get it done. I think the grappling difference is just too big.
I like it.
Great.
I don't have a strong lean on this, but I've seen Tim Elliott gas out before, and I don't think he's like a crazy sub dude. Like he usually wrestles dudes down, and I mean he almost subbed Demetrius Johnson back in the day, but for the most part, he's taking guys down and beating them up on the ground. And that happened to Suodari in the last fight with Matt Schnell. He got him down, put a little work on him. In the second round, Suodari looked like he had a good gas tank. He still looked fresh, and Matt Schnell was a little tired, and he started piecing him up. And then he got hit after he, through the kitchen sink and everything else at Matt Schnell with them standing elbows and all that. Then he got hit, got tired, got finished. But like, I'm going to go with Suodari because he's so dangerous on the feet. And Matt just like such short notice for Tim Elliott. Like, obviously, Tim Elliott, full camp, I'm taking him. He's going to out wrestle him, probably sub him maybe. But like this, dude, one dude's on a full camp, one dude's on like literally 5 days notice. Like, it's not even 12 days or 15. It's like 5. So give me Suodari, but no confidence, no bets, no nothing.
Does the
Overs,
five
unders,
does
no
the
good
5
leads.
losses by submission worry you though?
It does. It does. But
Doesn't
like,
basically he's saying anybody who can wrap up
yeah,
a
but
guillotine.
from what I
get him out.
I don't know. From what I seen, it didn't look like it was that bad against Matt Schnell. Like, he was on his back the whole first round and just he got.
Well, that was a different fight, but
one.
you know, an
Like
armbar from Luis Smoka.
That's not good, but he's decent. You know what I mean? Luis
Smoka choke from a guy. You know, there's some.
But no, 5 submission losses is your 5 losses.
Not
never,
a good
never a good
look.
look. But hey, we got Vlad in here from Celebrity Classic. Said, "Let's go, Johnny K. Tell him I would gladly fish for a leg lock this time. He's gonna fish hook Johnny. Keep it up, fellas. Great show. Everybody, check out our boy Vlad on UFC Celebrities and Classics. Man, he puts out great content. We've had him on the show before. He's a great dude.
We'll get him on another one.
Oh, definitely. And he's on Instagram. We'll get him on another. 2024 is gonna be a big year. Big year. Get rhythm. I'm glad you said this. We skipped the Costa Garcia fight. We're gonna do that real quick. I'm glad you brought that up. New York Robert in the building. He said anybody can lose to Paul Craig, and those are the facts. Nobody can argue that. Jamal Hill, Ankalaev, Kennedy, and Joe.
Not Brennan Allen.
No, but he could. Okay. But yeah, man, shout out Robert, man. We appreciate you coming out every single week, hanging out, Robert. MMA Badger, I just put 1 units on the over 1.5.
There you go.
Knees. I like that. Johnny's right about that. I like that. I have Park and a parlay with Yadong. And hedge with Mooney's round 1 sub plus 650. I like it. Okay, real quick. So for Costa Garcia,
you broke it down last week, but go ahead.
Yeah. I actually changed my pick to Costa. I don't like the hospital stuff, the missing weight and all that. But I just like the under 2.5 or fight doesn't go to decision. But I don't like, I'm not going to take the fighter that was in the hospital a week ago, then had to fly to Vegas and all that. I know it's up a weight class and that helps him, but it's like, I'll take the faster, more accurate fighter over the guy that was in the hospital last week. Johnny, who you like?
I'm on Costa again. I was on Costa before. I'm on him now even more because of what you just said, the illness, the hospital thing, all that good stuff. I just think Costa's the better overall fighter. Like, he's more technical striking. I think they're both dangerous on the feet. But if this fight gets to the mat, I think Costa's a better grappler too. Not to say that Garcia is bad there either, but we just seen him striking more so when he wants to get in the brawls and get this out of there early. So I don't like that style for him because he does get dropped a lot. I mean, he got dropped or at least hit very well by Chase Hooper. But I'm gonna go with Costa. I just think he's the better fighter here.
I like it. Tyler, who you got in this one?
Finish.
Yeah, I'll take Costa, but fight doesn't go to decision is the bet. I bet that one. But yeah, I'm taking Costa. That's all I got. I already broke this one down last week. We're good.
Yep, we all did.
Okay. Next fight, man. This is the one. Men's light heavyweight, 205 Anthony Smith, Khalil Roundtree Jr. Tyler, I'm gonna let you start this one.
Let's go. Okay. I'm on Anthony Smith all day here. But here's the problem. I do understand. I'm not dumb. I might be dumb. I'm not dumb in this sense. I understand that if Anthony Smith goes out there and he thinks it's a good idea to strike with Khalil Roundtree for 3 rounds, he's probably getting his leg kicked in half because the dude can't block a friggin' leg kick. Khalil hits like a truck. If Smith doesn't go out there and use any grappling whatsoever, he's probably in a really bad spot. He's probably losing this fight. And then I placed a bad bet because Anthony Smith didn't do what he needs to do. But if he goes out there and says, hey, Khalil Roundtree can't grapple, the way Anthony Smith can't check leg kicks is the same way that Khalil Roundtree can't grapple. If Smith goes out and tries to grapple, it's over for Roundtree. So I bet Anthony Smith. I did. But I also bet the over 1.5 at plus money because I think Anthony Smith is very durable. And if Anthony Smith does decide to go out there and do dumb stuff like strike with him instead, I don't think he's getting knocked out in the first. And I don't think the leg kicks are going to take him out in the first. I think it'll take a little while. He did go out in the first to Ankalaev, but if you remember that, he broke his leg. So,
yep.
Actually, no, that was a second, wasn't it? It was a second.
No, it was second. It was
leg, he made it to the second round.
Yeah, it was over 1.5 too.
Yeah. So with a broken leg, he made it to over 1.5 with Ankalaev.
Durable.
So you're not putting him out. Hey, look at that. There we go. My girlfriend just dropped in the chat and said, "Let's go Anthony Smith." That's awesome. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's her. That's the only Kendra I know that would jump in.
Kendra.
Like but either way, so yeah, Anthony Smith is probably getting it done. And if he doesn't, if he's dumb enough to stand there and just strike with Khalil Roundtree, he's probably durable enough to last over a round and a half. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, I'm big on Anthony Smith. I bet him. He lives like 2 blocks from where I'm sitting right now, so I kind of bias a little bit. But yeah, there you go. That's what I got.
Love it. I love it. Yanni K, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm on the Smith side here. I just think the experience, the grappling edge is going to be huge here. Khalil, yeah, he's going to be dangerous early, but he does fade as the fight goes on. His power doesn't really translate all the way, after a round and a half, if you want to say at the most. He's going to be dangerous in the first round, but if Smith gets, survives it or starts grappling and wrestling with him, I'm not saying, Anthony has the best wrestling, but Khalil does not have any ground game at all. Like, it doesn't take much, I think, to get him down. And so the best thing for Smith is just, survive the first round, push him up against the cage at the very least, wear him down a bit. And I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's just too well-rounded. He's too experienced. Roundtree, I mean, he's winning some fights and looking great, but I mean, look who he's beating. He didn't beat Dustin Jacoby, guys. Like, that was his best win. He didn't win that fight.
Jacoby trains with Smith too.
There you go. I didn't even know that. So give me Smith. I think he does get the submission late second or third round. I think it goes over, and I think Smith wins. I got to bet on him as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Anthony Smith's better than Khalil Roundtree everywhere in fighting. Like, even in the strong, like,
maybe power, maybe not power, but it's
definitely not leg kicks.
But he has power though. Like, Anthony Smith has.
He does.
Power.
I'm just saying Khalil's more explosive
and
early.
Like, Anthony Smith has more durability than Khalil too.
Sure.
Then Khalil has no ground game. Dude, go back and watch Khalil versus Tyson Pedro. Watch Khalil versus Ian Cutelaba. Like, literally no ground game. And then Anthony Smith's way bigger than Khalil. They're in the small cage. All this is going to help Anthony. Anthony Smith was already saying. I watched his media day when he was like, obviously, I know. The best way to beat Khalil, like, he knows what he needs to do. People say he don't wrestle. I watched him take down Johnny Walker. Yeah, he gets kicked by leg kicks, but besides getting his leg broke by Ankalaev, he's got good leg kicks himself. That's what helped him win that fight against Ryan Spann in the last fight. Look what he did with Jimmy Crute. Jimmy Crute's hitting him with them power leg kicks, and he just takes out Jimmy Crute's leg with one powerful leg kick. Like, Anthony Smith's a big, powerful dude. That's been fighting the best people in the world. Anytime Khalil Roundtree has ever stepped up to anybody in the top 20, he's got his ass whooped, and that includes Dustin Jacoby, because Jacoby beat him, and Ian Cutelaba beat him, and if Pedro, you want to throw him up there, beat him, and then he's beating like lower level guys, and they're all strikers. He's not in there with any grapplers, dude. And Anthony Smith is going to be a lot bigger than him. He's got the striking to stand with Khalil for all 3 rounds if he needs to. And like, when Khalil's best leg kicks, when he actually murdered a motherfucker with leg kicks, that was Eric Anders. And it's because they were both lefties, dude. And I just put Eric Anders' leg right out there to be fucking chewed up the whole time. And that just was what it was. Luckily, Eric Anders is one of the toughest fucking human beings ever be on this earth, because 99.9% of people would have been done from them leg kicks after the first round. But like, I bet I've won a lot of money on Khalil. I've won a lot of money on him. I like him. He against Bukowskis, against Carl Robertson. But like, what would Anthony Smith be doing to these guys? Anthony Smith, strong enough, big enough to go out there and just muscle Johnny Walker to the ground when he got hurt. So if you can take Johnny Walker to the ground by muscling that big 6'6" freaking phenom of a dude, you're going to be able to grab Khalil Roundtree, and you're going to be able to land a takedown. And from there, Anthony Smith's got 17 submissions? He's got like 18 KOs and 17 submissions. Like, the dude's dangerous off his back or on top.
15 subs, 18 KOs.
Yeah. So it's like,
out of his wins, he's got 33 finishes.
Yes. And like Roundtree, like I said, every grappler he's ever fought that was a real grappler beat him up. I watched him get beat up standing by Marcin Prachniow. I'm not seeing even the fights like Carl Robertson fight, Modestus Bukowskis, he wasn't like clearly winning them fights until like he got the big shot. But like I said, Anthony Smith's a big, durable dude that's not getting finished by Johnny Walker or Volkan Oezdemir or all these other crazy ass strikers that are phenomenal. Like, I don't know if he's going to get finished by Khalil Roundtree. Like, this is a huge step up for Khalil, like the biggest step up in competition for Khalil Roundtree. So give me Anthony Smith, give me the bigger, better fighter. And as long as he doesn't just get not, but like when you're taking a fucking clean shot from 6'5" Ryan Spann, who hits hard, I think you can take Khalil shots. You know what I mean? Even though Khalil throws a little different straight lefts, you know, with pop. I just think that like his ground game's terrible. He has no ground game. Like people are going to be very mad if you bet on Khalil and then he gets taken down. You're like, get up, Khalil. And he fucking just lays there like, I don't know what to do because all they do is train Muay Thai. Let's get up and kick. And he's like, no. And Anthony Smith's going to be a lot bigger. So, but John said, and if Roundtree wins, and most likely by KO, I don't know if he wins all 3 rounds. So that might be
if you're on Roundtree, it's going to be bad. I don't think this fight goes to decision. I really don't.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go Anthony Smith right there. Kendra, shout out Kendra. Let's go Anthony Smith. I got the good bet on. We all 3 got bets on him. Let's go, man.
Yep.
Let's get that money. Appreciate you coming out too, Kendra. Support. AJ, Return of the Mac. He better come out to that song. Anthony Smith just got a tag team with Shannon Ross to beat Roundtree. I think Shannon Ross just come in there and do it himself. Yeah, if Smith pulls out, get Ross in there after Ross beats up Park. You know,
you know, Roundtree would.
They should have had Shannon Ross sign to fight Madarji. They should have had Madarji sign. They should have Shannon Ross sign to fight Sumadarji and freaking Park tonight. Let's get 2-0, baby. Smith, public dog, automatic out. I mean, public dog because I got him at plus 205. That was
public dog is Kenyon Song. Personally, I don't think it's Anthony Smith.
Smith said in his interview, he knows Khalil has identified the weakness and it's up to him to hide them. I think Smith is overanalyzing. I hope not. I think he goes on.
I think he's analyzing it correctly, personally.
Let's see. Chomo Joe. What am I reading?
Yeah. That's a lot.
From who never won. Wait, what? Chomo Joe with his
rigged.
baby D.
It's rigged. Next.
Jesus. Coming in hot. Smith by arm triangle choke. I don't mind that. He's big body on him too. Good luck. Smith had to pass from the betting perspective. Thanks, but at least good luck. And shout out big UFC bro picks on YouTube, man.
Here's my thing. And I know the numbers are way off, but are you more confident in Shannon Ross underdog or are you more confident in an Anthony Smith underdog bet?
Me? Who do I got to bet on?
There you go.
Anthony Smith is on his way to the title too. Leave Smith out of this Shannon Ross talk, man.
Bro, I mean, Shannon Ross is your guy, so
he is. You're gonna see after tonight. Cody just still thought about his. I was on a 9-week winning streak, and I fucking lost my winning streak because Jacoby lost to Khalil Roundtree, and I had to claim that I lost money that week when everybody knows I didn't lose money. And that was my 10.
I'm salty. So I remember all my losses.
Out of all the flavors I chose salty as fuck. That's for sure, man. I
remember all my salty losses.
All right. Hey, main event time. I didn't even realize the time. Main event time.
Like 2 minutes.
Yep. Song Yadong.
Be quick.
Versus Chris Gutierrez. Johnny K. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Song. I think he gets this one done. He's too explosive. He always pushes forward. He's not going to stand back and stay at range with Chris Gutierrez like Haley Alatang, whatever his name was. Song is legit. I think he's a top 5 guy. He's got power. He's got wrestling. He can mix it up if he wants to. And I think he's going to go for the knockout. He's not going to just stay at range to get his legs kicked off like Haley Alatang. It's not going to happen. I think Song gets the knockout. It might not be in the first round, but whenever Chris Gutierrez throws those kicks, I mean, he's open for a counter right down the middle every time, and Song will knock him out, I think. So give me Song. I'm going to say knockout. I'll say second round. I think he gets this one done. Second round.
Okay. All right. Tyler, how you see this main event going down?
All right. So right before we jumped on here, there's a game called World of Mixed Martial Arts 5. You can actually get it. It's my pin post on Twitter. It's in all my videos in the comments, whatever, in the description. You can get it from my link. It's fantastic. I ran this fight, and it had Song Yadong winning all the way up until I believe it was the 4th round. It was Song Yadong was up the first 3 rounds. He was up 10-9 first 3 rounds. But Gutierrez was landing leg kicks. And then he lands a spinning back fist off of a leg kick and knocks out Yadong in the 4th round. Now, I don't think that actually happens.
How could that even work? Can that even work in real life, though? Okay, I'm thinking about it. Okay, thank you.
So, all right. So you throw the kick, fall all the way through, and hit the backhand just like that. That's how it works, and that's what essentially how I. So it's.
I wish you didn't tell me that and show me that.
Because of that, I had to show you. I know you guys love my demo. So
I know, but he didn't do the kick with the spin though.
Yeah, there you go. The spin. Yeah. So I had to bet the point spread on Gutierrez. The line's wide anyway, but I do think Song Yadong wins. But that line's wide. Gutierrez is a good fighter, and if he starts landing those leg kicks over the course of 5 rounds, he's going to slow down Song Yadong. And I think Yadong's tough, so I don't think he's going out of there unless he lands that leg kick to spin it back fist. And if he does, especially in the 4th round, I'm going to lose my shit. But either way, I just don't think Yadong's the pick.
I don't think he's dumb enough to just let him get his legs chopped off like Haley Al-Tang. It took him 2 rounds, and then he's like, "Oh, I can take him down." No shit, you should do that in the 1st round.
The small cage, though, man, it hurts Gutierrez's style so much in this fight, and Song puts on that pressure. He's in your face the whole time. Gutierrez, man, like I said, the good kicks, but he's not really throwing them head kicks. I don't know why he does. He probably could have a good body and head kick, but he really doesn't go upstairs too much. And he only uses his boxing really when you get past his kick range. You know what I mean? He's using it more. It's not great. And it's not great. And then in this small cage, he's going to be getting backed up. I think Song is the better grappler. I think Song's super durable, and I think he hits really, really hard, man. I do think that he gets Gutierrez. I think like the shot that Pedro Munoz hurt Gutierrez with, like Song puts him out. Song hits really hard, dude. So I think Song either gets a KO or a TKO. I think he either drops him and gets the KO at some point in these 5 rounds, or gets the TKO, because like even when he hurts Gutierrez don't really have no wrestling to help him here. And Gutierrez looked terrible on the scales yesterday too. Like terrible. So I like Song Yadong. Got a big
the interviews weren't great either. He's like, I'm scared shitless. I was like, you don't want to hear that from someone you're betting on or picking on.
Yep. So I'm on Song too. I got a bet on him. I had him with Nascimento. It fell off. Now I got like 360 to win 105. I don't. It's not really my fucking style, but it is what it is, man. I didn't want to. I could have cashed it out, but then I had.
I think
Song
he wins though. He wins.
Yeah, I had him at minus 350, and I would have had to cash him out, and then I would have got him at minus 380 and Tatsuro minus 650 to get like minus 220 on a parlay. So I'm like, I'll just keep the money on Song and do it. 2 fights is hard to pick, man. It's hard to pick 2, but shout out to everybody for the donations real quick, man. We have Ricky Chow in here with the donations. Freaking Ricky Chow with the big dono, man. Patrick Wilkins, man, we appreciate you so much. Rashula with the 2 donos, man. Rashula, we really, really appreciate you coming out. Nate Brown, as always. Johnny Newquist, our boy, always coming out, keeping the lights on. And then everybody in the chat, man. Moy's Audio, Tanner Austin participating tonight like a mofo. Bloom Dog, AJ, as always. Get Rhythm. Dev, the dude, Snerius. I didn't even see you was in here. What's up, Snerius?
Snuck in there.
Snerius.
Sneaky
Kendra, AJ with the return of the Mac. Cody Dank, man, appreciate you coming out. Like I said, everybody check him out on Twitter. Puts out funny stuff. Got good YouTube. Everybody, man, we appreciate you. Izzy, UFC Bro Picks, Bunny Hunter. I'm Derek Izzy, Jason Ward, MMA Maestro too. Shout out MMA Maestro. He came on a little later. I didn't get to shout him out. We was talking about Twitter and YouTube for my MMA Maestro. Good luck tonight, everybody. Tyler, shout out all your stuff. What you got for us?
30 MMA. Find me on YouTube first and foremost. It's the one place that you know there's going to be great content coming your way, whether I get all my picks wrong or not. I'm going to at least make it as entertaining as I can and give you a good analysis of every fighter on the card. I'm going to break it down on the marker board. I'm going to teach you what you need to know. Let you take all the notes. It'll be right there on the screen for you. So it's easy, it's simple, and it lets you come into the fights with some knowledge, whether you agree with my pick or not. So there's that. Find me on Twitter and Instagram. I am on Instagram. I don't really know what to put on Instagram yet. So there's like 4 posts. I suck at Instagram, but I'm there. And lastly, World of Mixed Martial Arts 5, buy the dang game through the link. It's fun. It's a good time. Buy it through the link on my Twitter. It's in the description of all my videos.
What do you play it on?
What's up?
Like your phone? Do you play it on your phone, or what do you play it on?
No, it's like on your computer. You gotta have a PC. You can't use it for Macs. Okay. It's like $30 or something like that. But
I'm gonna check it out. You supported my stuff. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, there you go. Check it out. It's cheap. It's cheap enough, and it's really fun. And there's like a mod you can download to get like the real world fighters. And that's what I do. And that's what I've done some content on the game or on the channel, a few live streams. Check them out on my channel if you haven't already. They're fun.
Yeah.
I did one where Brandon Royval fought Sergey Pavlovich, which I thought was hilarious. But either way, so download that game, buy the game. It's fun. You can try the demo for free. That's all the stuff we need to plug. Go ahead.
And his link for YouTube is in the description of this video, and then you can go there and get all these links. Johnny K, what you got, brother?
Yeah, one thing that Tyler forgot to say is he has a Patreon as well. So check him out at Patreon /1. Is it 138 MMA?
Yeah.
Check him out on Patreon as well. But you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon as well /JohnnyKpicks. I'm gonna do a breakdown or not breakdown. God damn it! I'm gonna do a giveaway for next week's show. I'm gonna show it out right now. I got 2 signed cards from the main event, so one of them will be a champion or still. Whoa! Next one.
How do I
Flip
switch?
me over.
I don't know how to do that.
Drag me over.
Right.
Well, whatever. Go back. There you go. So I got both of these. One of them is going to be a champion. You're going to get both of these cards for my giveaway. So definitely check out my video breakdowns. It'll be posted, Sunday night, probably around 6 or 7 Central Time. And yeah, check me out there. All right, get me out of here, Cody. Get me off.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody coming out. Me, Blood Money at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Let's win these bets, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Good luck, everybody, and I hope everybody has a good night, good weekend. We'll see you next week for some
good luck, everybody, on their
big shows.
Let's
Shannon
go.
Ross, baby.